Hi everyone, hi and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your host Tom Quee as ever. I just want to start out, as I always kind of start out, just saying thank you for listening. If you listen to old episodes, maybe this is the first episode you listen to, maybe you've been following us since, Shocks the Rebel or whatever, all the sort of older episodes. It depends, wherever, I just want to say thank you. Please follow us on Twitter at Battle Rap Resume. We have a Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, putting loads of extra content that's only on the YouTube channel. Maybe you're just someone who listens, when you drive to work or on the train. I get people emailing in saying that. It's kind of surreal to think that, really. But yeah, that's really cool. Thank you for that. Or maybe someone listens to the YouTube and you know about these things. But yeah, so I do like best of compilations, best of Fresh Prince, best of The Wire, best uses of, Chilla Jones when he repeats words or anything that's kind of just Minnesota Luke-esque that hasn't been covered. I just kind of have this weird urge to kind of catalogue and archive it. I don't know what it is, but people seem to like it. So go onto the YouTube channel and check that out. Finally, we have the Battle Rap Resume email, battlerapresume@gmail.com. Please email in with any, complaints or criticisms or praises or suggestions or anything like that. It'd be great to hear from you. And we have a shop as well, Redbubble, search Battle Rap Resume if you want to help support. We have some little things on there. But anyway, my guest today, and I should say it's two guests, which is a great trend that we started on the podcast, had originally Bagel and Archaic and Bagel and Bamalam, JC and Immoral, and now I've got two old heads. It's fair to say, isn't it, guys? I mean, you both haven't battled since like 2013, 2012, but people know who Psychosis Holocaust.
Probably fit.
I don't think so, man. But Flex is there with you as well. Flex, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Yourself?
No, happy to have you here. Is it right that you're like really briefly in the country and that's why, we're doing this now?
Yeah, I mean, out of like sort of the last 4 years, I've only spent about 9 months in the UK, so it's hard to catch me. I mean, tomorrow I could be gone again. Do you know what I mean? It's quite difficult to catch me, to be honest.
You're using all my house, everything in my house. There's no food in cupboard to fuck all. I can't wait till he goes, man. I'm completely joking. I love it when Flex comes back to UK. We're good friends, and it's good to have him around for a bit. Carry on.
No, it's all right, man. You get, the reason we're not just having you on just because you're two battlers of the older era. It's because you are old friends, like you say. He's staying at your house, like you've been mates forever. You're mentioned in each other's battles a lot as well, which is something that I've noticed, all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it just goes back to the early days, wasn't it?
Yeah, because even though we never done a 2-on-2 together at every event, we were always together. We lived together for a bit, and we did albums and this and that. So we did a lot of videos and that together, sort of music and this and that. So
we are associated.
We're associated.
That same sort of crowd from back in the day. That 2008 to 2012 sort of.
And how soon, in terms of friendship, was battle rap a component of you guys hanging out?
We met because we were fucking having a bit of a fucking beef, innit? Yeah. Over some shit, and then I went to see him, and then we just ended up getting on, and then we've fucking been good mates ever since. But yeah, we was on bad terms that we actually met originally.
I think I actually originally talked you into doing the first battle. Was it J Toker was the first battle? And
no. Well, he'll get to that in a bit, won't he?
We'll get to that in a sec. But I mean, just kind of when those early days of sort of knowing each other post beef, was there? I mean,
if he weren't like I was going to fucking go and shred his skull with a Mac 11, I would just went to see him about something like
right.
No beef, man.
No, I know, man. Yeah, it's clear. The friendship is clear. And when in that friendship, were you aware? Was it like jump off where you started to know what battle rap was, or?
No, I'd say it was because I did a battle on the first Northern event, which was in York, which was a 2-on-2, and I think we knew each other sort of at that time, but I think it was actually after that first battle that we started.
We're MSN days, isn't it? Like we knew people, and we're just getting them group chats talking about hip hop in area.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking really, really. I mean, if it wasn't pre-Don't Flop, it was just as it started when we started. We became friends. The
first year Don't Flop existed, basically. That's when me and you connected.
Right, I think we were networking on some sort of level,
And individually then, but before the MSN group chats and such, how were you? I mean, Flex, we'll start with you. Rap, battle rap. How was that coming into your awareness?
I've been in it for quite a long time, and even before pre-YouTube, pre-8 Mile days. I remember downloading gin battles in 2001 on Napster, so I was aware of battle rap for many years, and as soon as the WRCs and everything came out,
were you following those avidly?
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah. Then we got. I mean, like I've recently had Archaic on, and the Waps and Juice battle, man. It still stings.
Yeah,
it still hurts to watch.
Yeah, it does, absolutely.
It's cringy.
So it was.
Archaic's still pissed off about that.
Yeah. No, he's not. I am.
Archaic's my boy. I'll tend to get all that, man. That was fucking years ago.
No, he's cool with it. Actually, he's a chill guy, man. It was me. I'm so recent to it.
We've had lots of raves with Archaic, so come to Sheffield a lot and go raving with us on that, man. We've gone way back.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, Archaic. I mean, shout out to Archaic and Bagel again. That was a great episode. And Psychosis, then, with yourself, then, like hip hop, like does that predate your interest in collecting? Is it earlier than that, or?
What, collecting and hip hop? I've got no connection. What do you? I don't understand the question.
I just mean like in terms of like how early you got into it. Like, I mean, was hip hop always there, or was it someone that you kind of discovered in your teenage years? Or
no. Like hip hop, I've always liked. I mean, I probably liked hip hop even before I knew what it was called hip hop. Watching Space Jam and shit as a kid, and you just hear like Space Jam, all in the place, and Be Real and all that, and Hit 'em Hard. They were all hip hop, but I didn't really know it was called rap or whatever. It was just music that I liked, and just as it was years later, and then you go up and you listen to like your Eminem and your Limp Bizkit, and then you get into more your Cassidy and your Cannabis and all that. Like actual battling, I just randomly discovered. Obviously, everyone watched 8 Mile. That was a big influence on everyone. Watched 8 Mile, and then you discovered this kind of fucking confrontational gladiator duel kind of thing between two people. But when I discovered it in the UK with just YouTube jump off them days, like the first battle I ever watched was Mike Assassin versus Stig. Yeah. And just from then, just liked it. I never did it though. I didn't. It were way after I met Flex that I actually battled.
I think we've got like a shared sort of. We both sort of like the same people. In terms of battle, we were both influenced by the same sort of people. Like in the UK, like Stig and Respect BA. And in the US, Thesaurus and
and Psychosis, your first entry in Don't Flop then was a cameraman. It gets mentioned quite a bit.
Well, we're obviously talking about Respect BA, that's my boy. And at the time, he was going to battle Thesaurus. It was like the first time they were getting a big American over. So what I did is, because that was my mate, I made like a little documentary about him.
Sensa mentions that,
building up to Thesaurus. Now, the documentary never came out because he never battled Thesaurus. He got fucking turned back like a couple of times, and it never materialised into anything. But I mean, I went to Glasgow and I was filming BA and that kind of thing. And on this documentary, I said it never got put out. Maybe one day I'll release the footage or something. But like Innuendo and Definition and that, like their first ever battles in Don't Flop, I got interviews from them and shit. It was quite funny, just going on a bit of a tangent. I spoke to Respect BA today because I connect with him quite often, and he was saying that he'll come on this show. I said I'm doing this podcast.
Oh man, I would love to. That's great to hear. I said about we're doing it, and he goes, "Will you do it?" He's like, "Yeah, mate, why not?" So he's down for that. But, I was just the cameraman, and then I followed him to Norwich because he was battling. He was going to battle Saurus that weekend, and then it got cancelled, but it were going to get rearranged. So I thought, well, I'm arranged to go to Norwich and film him anyway, so I'll just go. And I'd already spoke to her a bit because he said, it's cool to film the battle for the documentary and shit. So when it got cancelled, however, it was going to get rescheduled, and this battle, it was going to battle, I think, Truth, Archaic, and BA in one day. So I went to Norwich anyway, and her were there. So I was talking to her, and that first time I met her, first time I met Archaic, and then randomly, the next morning, I know it might have even been that night, were like, yo, my cameraman's backed out, will you film the event? Can you film it? It was back when there were 20 man in a pub. It didn't matter what quality camera were like. He'd never seen none of my work. He just knew I had a broadcast camera, and I did it, and that was when like Oshea battled Sensa and Flex battled Pseudonym and shit. It was a sick little event. So I filmed it, and then from that, were just like, oh, do you want to film next one? And I just ended up filming about 6 or 7 events. Right. So I was just the cameraman for like the best part of a year for Don't Flop. Yeah, it's interesting that you were behind the camera on Flex Pseudonym, because I did notice when I was watching the battle, it's from 2009, but it looks way better than the 2009 battles. You can just tell, because normally they look kind of, I'm thinking, some of them just look quite crumbly on a camcorder, don't they? But it's quite clean.
Yeah, I was just filming. I was used to filming action scenes and stuff, and from a movie making documentary background, I'd never filmed out like that. But but yeah, no, that's what it is.
And we'll get into the battle shortly, but just to wrap it up, like the kind of, obviously you haven't been on Don't Flop for a long time. Like basically before the 5th birthday, you haven't been on, sort of thing. That kind of marks your day out. I mean, towards both of you, is it something you still follow, or is it very much a part of your past?
You can answer it before me.
Have you been watching it, Flex? I mean, you've been around the world, right? Like,
I mean, the thing is, I used to watch it so religiously, so I can't compare it to,
Of course.
I don't get the same sort of feeling that I do watching it now.
Basically, what it is like, when the reason I stepped out of Don't Flop is because I'm making a feature film, and it's took me a long time to make it. But if you know anything about making a feature film, like the amount of fucking prep that goes into that is unbelievable. It's a 2-hour action film, and my original cut of this movie was 3.5 hours.
Jeez.
And there's tanks and explosions and battle scenes. There's about 100 odd cast members in it, so that is why I was preoccupied with other shit. So I never lost I never lost the love for battle rap. That's why I left it or anything like that. I just had other shit I wanted to do. I don't want to be a rapper. I want to be a filmmaker, and that's all I ever wanted to be since before I can remember. So battle rap was something that I just kind of fell into. So I said to Rowan, like, this is going to be the last battle I do for a while. Like, I don't know when. It's like it's just until further notice, a hiatus, so to speak. I'm not going to be doing it. So, but in that time, like, I haven't missed not battling at all. And I was supposed to battle Arsenal in January.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. That was going to be my comeback. So like, boom, he showed respect to her. You know what I mean? He gave me like pretty much the biggest battle rapper in the world as my comeback battle, and I was ready for him. And I had fucking bars, the best bars I'd ever wrote. I had bars for Arsenal. So I were really planning on fucking eating him. Do you know what I mean? But he pulled out 24 hours before. So. Yeah, man, he ducked the battle for whatever reason. I'm not even going to go into reasons why, but whatever reason, he didn't do the battle. So it kind of just made me think, this is why. Like, I don't like relying on people I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I spent 2 months or something writing for the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And so now I'm just a bit like, I don't really give a fuck about battling again. Maybe I will one day, but at the minute, and to be honest, when like the scene how it is now, I'm really not a fan of it that much. I don't watch anyone. There's so many like different leagues going on. It's hard to keep up with it all. To me, Don't Flop was always the definitive league, but then like now I'm seeing a lot of the people I used to like in Don't Flop, they spread out, gone to different places, set their own leagues up and this and that. So it is what it is at the minute. Maybe I'll go back, but for now I'm just cracking on with my filmmaking stuff. I want to be a filmmaker, man, and I'm not getting any younger. I can't really put too much time into other avenues if they're not going to get me where I want to be in my own career, so to speak. No. So shouts to Don't Flop always. Do you know what I mean? They do the thing and they keep doing what they're doing, and I'm sure there's some battlers on it at the minute that are smashing.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a battle with Soul or Tony D, for example, don't get me wrong, I will 100% set half an hour aside to watch
both them
that.
Guys are fucking sick.
Yeah, and then there's a few other names on there, but yeah, I just don't think it's not as diverse as it was. It wasn't the characters.
I think what it is when we started, we didn't really have anyone to emulate. We only had Jump Off, and we were like the first era of written battling where you would go in with written battling. So we didn't really have anyone to us like to kind of copy in a way. You took little bits from there and there just subliminally without even realizing it. But like, so we was like a generation that we had to just create our own persona and stuff. And I think it were a lot more real then. And now I feel that a lot of the people that are in it now are people that grow up watching us guys, or people that were around at the same time. So everyone's trying to. You get a lot of people that are trying to be like that next person that already were there, or that next aggressive guy, or that next funny guy and stuff. And I very rarely, when I flicked through bits and bats, and I'd never rarely see anyone that stands out. It just gets to a point where there's only so much you can say, there's only so much you can do before you just gonna bore me, do you know what I mean? So that's just me personally, and I'm sure there is people in it that's smashing it. And like Flex said, I'll always check Soul and Tony D and Oshea and Dialect, and these are my fucking people, do you know what I mean? They're not just people I watch as a fan, they're my boys. I've grown up in the scene with them for like the past 7 years or something. We always connect, but just like as in general at the minute, I'm not interested in battle rap, and the reason is because I'm on a different mission. Do you know what I mean? I'm on a filmmaking mission, and it might change because when it got announced that I was battling Arsenal, I was so in battle mode. I was back in it. I didn't watch no battles, no current stuff, just because, as a rule, I didn't want to kind of adapt subliminally to a new style. I just wanted to stick to my own style that I've always done, and I was just going to battle him like I was battling him 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? We aren't checking out what the new popular style is. I just wanted to do what I do, but because that flopped, that's kind of put a downer on how I see battle rap personally. If that makes sense, Tom.
No, that makes complete sense, and I think that's one of the great lost battles, because Arsenal's retiring this year, and so your rounds literally can't be used ever again if he does retire forever.
Well, what they said is like that when that happened, said to me, "Is like, do you want to battle Math Offer? We'll do it on 24 hours prep." He says he'll come, and I would just like, to be honest, mate, like a lot of these American guys, they'll write 20 minutes of filler that you could like fire off at anyone, because it's all like generic, like just gun and slag bars, but like my stuff was meticulously crafted, and every single fucking hit, like every 2-4 bars, 8 bars were bang 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 a punchline just for him, how he looked, how he talks, what he talks about, everything. So I couldn't have adapted that to anyone else. So I said, like, I goes, to be honest, I'm not battling Math Offer on like 48 24 hours notice, because if it's my comeback battle, it needs to be I need to shell the cunt. Do you know what I mean? I need to show people, like, while I've been away, I've not lost it, and I wouldn't have done a good performance against Math. Now if I had 2 months to prepare for Math, it would have been a different story. But like I said, it is a lost battle. I doubt very much that will ever happen. But if anyone asks me to spit them bars from, I always do that. So
man, yeah, I'd love to hear them. And you say, like, you know, you wouldn't have looked at any other battles, so your style was crystallized. And to think of the Psychosis that battled Sensa would come at the Arsenal, like, that would be so good. Like, there's no doubt that on that Sheffield crowd as well, that whole venue was just like really intimate, wasn't it? It would have been great.
Well, I was bringing like 100 people with me, and the majority of them are not battle rap fans. They were just coming to support me. So a lot of them just didn't even bother. Like, they were just like, I were only literally going to watch you battle. So I went with about 15 people anyway, just to go and check out the event. And to be honest, to cut a long story short, I was kicked out of the venue within like 20 minutes of being there because of some shit that happened. So I wasn't even in the venue for a long time. But from what I saw, it looked like it. I watched one battle, and then I saw Yunnan and something happened, so I got kicked out. Right. Unanimous Tommy Villis. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's a completely different story.
No, we'll get into stuff like that. Yeah, but we'll
talk about whatever you want, bro.
Right. We'll get into the battles then. So, Flex, we'll start off with Pseudonym.
I'll dislocate your jaw with a Shawn Michaels super kick. Look at the length of this loser's limbs. Looks like he used to kip on a crucifix.
I mean, it's not exactly your tryout, is it? Because the first upload was a 2-on-2, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was uploaded onto the what was that first? Airtube.
Tube, right? Oh, that was on Tube. Wow.
It was all uploaded to Tube, but this was my first one on the Don't Flop. It's also my first solo battle as well. So yeah.
Yeah, this is, Pseudonym...
I've not watched it in a long time.
No, of course. I mean, this is the thing, like, most of these episodes are kind of walks down memory lane for sure, so I'm not expecting you to kind of talk me through the rounds. Yeah. But yeah, Pseudonym is one of those guys that, you know, I was kind of reared in that 2012 kind of Mark Grist era, and I've been going back and watching a lot of the history and stuff, but Pseudonym's the one that kind of slipped through my grasp. And then when I did the Definition episode, he was Definition's tryout as well, and then I watched him battle Jay Shortish, came back to KOTR in like 2013 for one battle. He wasn't bad there. He was quite good, wasn't he, Pseudonym? Quite good.
He's my favourite battle of all time. Do you know? Well, my favourite Don't Flop battle with Monster. That battle at the North versus South event. I mean, the bars for that, it was so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And I love that battle. And any, you know, Pseudonym is just, you know, really witty, really sharp, very thin.
Because my school had dead rats. His had pet yaks. I skipped lessons. He skipped along to his next class. Sick man.
It was just, he's just a sick rapper, and it's, you know, we quite similar styles.
He's our boy, you know, man. We did album with him and stuff. We went on our record label. Like every now and again, they'll come up to Chef and we just go on a mad one. Me, him, and his producer, Saint Bastard Furley. Like me, him, and Flex. We're boys from day, man. He's big up Pseudonym and Furley every time.
Pseudonym's great in this, and Respect the A introducing, bigging up the sponsors, so you really know it's an old school battle, and it calls you an AIDS
beat at the start.
Yeah.
Big up Pro P beats every time.
The AIDS freak bought Pulp Fiction on Blu-ray, so you can watch the rape scene in HD.
This AIDS freak bought Pulp Fiction on Blu-ray, so you can watch the rape scene in HD. Sick man.
Kruger looking so young in the back as well. Like, he really was a boy, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what he looked like back
then. That was when Jamie battled MA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just Flex from you here. Just a very, very powerful delivery, powerful multis, a presence. Music is confusing him by the way the flow's manoeuvring. A really tight
work.
Yeah, enjoyable to listen to. I mean, we have the kind of you know. Apparently, you sent him an email telling him his music shit, but he only uses a computer for grooming kids.
Yeah.
You know,
it's all on that really heavy multi shit back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to love writing.
You were known for that. You were known for the multis, man.
Definitely.
And he talks of you battling in Sheffield street battles. What was that?
So that was this would have been in between that and that first 2-on-2 I did. We set up some like some fucking random next stupid little battle league in Devonshire Green in Sheffield, and we just invited a bunch of rappers from that first event to battle. I can't remember Pseudonym being there though. What was the line?
He weren't. He didn't come to that.
No, he just sort of mentioned you not doing well.
I mentioned it, yeah. So it was just one of them little one-off sort of things that we did. There was like Disciple and Amos and a bunch of other guys there. It was fun.
Interesting, and you I mean, you spend a lot more in your third doing this, but as a taste of it in the first, you go in on Pseudonym's kind of physical appearance.
Yeah.
Look at the length of this loser's limbs.
Like Komodo dragon.
The Komodo dragon's Frodo Baggins is nice,
that's
Molly.
it.
But he looked like he used to kip on a crucifix.
Yeah, sick laugh.
That's great, man, and like gets a really good reaction. And it's kind of like I was watching this battle, and I was like just laughing hard. Like it is just a really funny from both of you, and you can tell at the end that people are really pleased with it. And
it was, yeah. I mean, it was just crazy because it was just going from not many people hearing me rap to doing that in London. I'd never even travelled to London before that day. Do you know what I mean? And actually being in a crowd full of people who a lot of people who influenced me within that crowd that day, and going there and getting reactions and people sort of cheering. It was quite a surreal battle. And if I watched it back, like I say, I haven't watched it in a long time, it'd be surreal to watch it back because it was. I mean, that's exactly what it was at the time.
Yeah. And what I mean, Don't Flop at this time, this is 2009. Was it still very much a rappers league? Did it have any popularity?
I mean, put it this way. I mean, if you got 2,000 battles on a video, it was considered good. It didn't have the popularity that I had now, but that niche audience of people, that little corner of counterculture of people that actually watched battle rap, they knew what it was about. But it was very, very small back then.
Do you remember when DK and Kruger battled in it? I think it did get 10,000 views.
Yeah,
and we were like, what? 10,000 views, man! Fuck! We couldn't believe it, man.
Oh man, that ad money. And then yeah, I mean, a little bit of freestyle in your second here. Shaved head looked like a K-Fed if he was a bass head. Girl's pussy looks like she mistook a dildo for a stun gun.
Was that freestyle? Was that freestyle?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, like I mean,
it still. I don't know because it still sounds like something I'd write back then. Just
I quite like it. Kruger cracks up at it. It's pretty funny.
Josh Harnett got beat with a dog harness. That was sick. I'm just saying all the ones Pseudonym said to him, man.
And then in your third, you bring in the whole War of the Roses angle. Are you interested in history?
I got it wrong as well.
You did, yeah. The Lancaster, yeah.
That was shit. But nobody noticed in the crowd. Nobody gave a fuck, so that's okay. I think it was like Saint Bastard. Someone tapped me on the shoulder after the battle. They go, "You do know you got that wrong, didn't you?" And I was like,
you got that wrong.
Yeah. So
we won the War of the Roses.
Poetic license. Fuck it.
Leave him silent, like the P starts his name with.
Yep.
We have that kind of wordplay, and then we have what a lot of these old battles had. Were you always expecting OT?
Yeah. I mean, it's like back in the day, even if it wasn't, you just go OT just out of kindness when you were judging back then. So yeah, we're complete. You're right. You're OT in the expectation that you're definitely going to spit it because it's just how it worked back then. And
I think this is, it's a clear KO punch in the OT. I think your OT is way better. Leave you missing from the battle circuit like jump off tapes. Was still raw back then, I guess.
That was fresh back then. Do you know what I mean? That was fresh material.
I was troubled when you say that. He doesn't know how to react to that. It's quite interesting.
Soulcon pulled him out or something, didn't he, in a battle way before that.
It's he's so skinny he only needs to hear the word food to put on weight. It's quite nice. And then the judges go unanimously with you. This must have felt great to win your first solo battle.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it was surreal just to be there, and because I'd rapped for a while and I'd been a fan of it for a while, but to actually be there and actually do it and get a unanimous decision, even if I would have done it and lost it, it wouldn't have mattered. But the fact that I got a unanimous decision, got pissed up after and fucking slept on Kruger's couch, it was just a sick thing, just completely surreal to me, and it was a good way for me to get my foot in the door.
First time you ever battled in a building, innit? Like it were outside before. That were actually first time they'd actually hired a venue and charged.
I think it was,
for a Northern event anyway. But we're a Northern event, but for Northern battlers to be going to it.
It was in London, yeah. So
and for you to be at one anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So So it was cool.
Yeah, and back then as well, I mean, like we said, it's 2009, so not that long ago, but no one really had smartphones, no one really had the ability to upload videos, so like having a video of you battling was pretty cool back then, especially.
Definitely. I actually, then I had material to show people. Before I was somebody that said that they rapped and I had a couple of tracks, but to actually say that I've done stuff and, you know, in front of an audience and won a battle was obviously pretty cool.
Yeah, huge. And we come on to Jay Toker.
Yo, can this mug clutch mics? Can you fuckers like looking like you got cut and sliced with butcher's knives to accomplish them fucking sunken eyes? Because this pussy guy looks mummified. Looks like this ugly mumra lookalike crawled out of a pyramid. And I heard him cypher. He sounds like the only guy I know that body breathes louder than the verses he's delivering.
Preston's very own Jay Toker, who he wasn't one of these one-hit wonders. He battled quite a lot in the early 2011, 2010. He's not really remembered. Like, what do you recall of Jay Toker?
I just remember I just said to her, her asked me to battle in Brighton after I'd filmed. I think it was like when Monster battled Sensa and stuff like that. And you were supposed to battle Ezekiel, and Ezekiel got locked up, and you had to battle him next day in London or something. Anyway, we was in Brighton filming an event, and it was just that night. Her just said, "Oh, you should battle. We'll do a Sheffield event." And I was just like, "Yeah." I didn't really think a lot of it, and I didn't even really rap, to be honest. I just spat a bit of grime. They did a bit of grime and stuff like that. So I just did this battle because I was such a fan of it. I kind of knew how the formula was and what you needed to write to do punchlines and stuff. But I'd never done a battle. He just asked me to do it, and I didn't really think of it. I was just like, "Yeah, man." And then when he come to Sheffield, I think he might have even just give me some names, and I was like, "Yeah, Jay Toker, he always just freestyles. I'll just battle him." Like,
right.
And yeah, I just did it, mate. Like that's literally all it was. I just did it because asked me to.
Have you battle before then? I can't remember. Jay Toker.
He battled.
He had.
Battled people like, but I'd never done it, and I just did it in Sheffield. And I thought it's in Sheffield. Do you know what I mean? I ain't really got to travel, and even though I was traveling all over Britain, I was just like, I might as well just do it. Why not? Like, so yeah, I did it, and then just got good reception, man. There's really not much to say about the Jay Toker battle, to be honest. He just said, "Will you do it?" And I goes, "Yeah," and I just went and I just did it.
You know, sometimes those sort of things just...
It would have been shit bars, brother. Like, I would have just wrote, and not even really thought about it. Before, like, I used to spend days working on one punchline.
I think some of your stuff is quite good here. It's a very horrorcore basis.
I remember one
There's
bar.
Lots of Grim Reapers. There's lots of looking like you got cut and sliced with butcher knives to accomplish those sunken eyes.
Really? Did I write that?
Yeah, you wrote that. That's in your first. You'll get shit thrown at your head like French teachers.
Yeah, because I think in school we just used to fucking boy.
Yeah, we did as well.
Yeah, we were so fucking horrible to the French teachers, but horrible to teachers anyway. I'm a little bastard, but yeah, the French teacher used to get that.
And it's in your intro as well. Steel City Mandem.
Oh yeah, that were. Do you know what that were? Right, that were just when I used to do grime when I were a little shitbag, and we were just called the Steel City Mandem. At the time, Mandem were quite a new word. Now, it's a horrendous word, but at the time, Steel City Mandem, and that wasn't a crew or nothing. It's just we were from Steel City, Sheffield, and we was Mandem, Steel City Mandem. So I think my MySpace were like myspace.com/Steel City Mandem because we just used to upload. He'd telling me because I'd done the research, but we just used to upload random Sheffield tracks like from me and my mates onto it. So that's where that came from. Ignore that whole battle, man. That's shit.
Okay, you say it's shit, but this battle in the third round has the second longest laugh I've ever seen by
Really?
Seriously, the first longest, I believe. I mean, if you can think of any at BRR all that stuff, comment on the video. The first one I think of, I don't know if you remember. What was it? It was Villain and Carlos versus Definition and Seuss.
I never watched.
Well, basically. Do you remember it, Flex?
I remember the albino line. Is that the one? Yeah.
That's it. So he says something about, I like comics. Fuck, do you read Villain, that albino, whatever. And just like cracks up horribly. But yeah, basically in this, kind of a similar line actually. Maybe this is sense of humor. You compare Jay Toker, which I appreciate most people listening have no idea what Jay Toker looks like, but he looks quite a bit like Kirsten O'Brien from Smart.
Yeah, he was Smart. Line, you look like Kirsten O'Brien from Smart.
Look up Kirsten O'Brien right now on Google Images, and you'll recognise her. Everyone remembers her from their childhood, and he so does. And just goes crazy for it. He just laughs for like 20 seconds. Like it's plaudits.
I've always been quite good at like telling people what like that they look like something, and people are like, oh fucking hell yeah they do. Like I don't know, my brain just works weird, and like I just kind of pick that up when I look at people.
So we push forward then, Flex, and it's fair to say that with the Pseudonym battle and the 2-on-2 that came before, but especially with the Pseudonym battle, you kind of cemented your place in the Don't Flop roster. Had another 5 battles in 2009. This is before the Oshea battle. You battled Chronicle as well, Einstein, lesser known names like Ruby Kid, Sensa as well. Like, was it something that you just couldn't get enough of? You were good at it, you got a good reaction, you just want to do it more?
Yeah, basically, I just sort of got hooked on doing it, and it was just fun to do. It was fun to write bars, and I was always good at taking the piss out of people, and I could always, I always had fun sort of playing with words, so it was perfect for me. It was, I just enjoyed it, and I enjoyed doing it live as well. Like the whole adrenaline you get from it was, it made me go back. That's crazy. I did 5 battles in 2009.
That's right.
Wow.
On it, you were at it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Shit.
No, sorry, you did 7.
7.
You did 7. You did Oshea and Byrotechnic with Appeal. You did Pseudonym, as mentioned.
Byrotechnic, I remember him, man.
Then you battled Chronicle, Ezekiel, Einstein, Ruby Kid, and then Sensa was the final battle. You had 2 battles uploaded in December 2009. So yeah, busy month.
Yeah, fucking
crazy, man. And we get to the second birthday. So the fact that Don't Flop's having a second birthday perhaps indicates that certain successes are happening, events are getting bigger. Like, was it a bit more of a thing at this time, a bit more of an event?
Yeah. So this was the second birthday where I battled Oshea, right?
Yes, right.
See, in Liverpool, he lives up to that typical criminal stereotype because he's got an encyclopedic knowledge of car stereotypes. Plus, I can never decide if you and your mates are even human, because if we lined up Sprungy, you, Innuendo, and Riley, you look like the 4 stages of evolution.
Yeah, it was getting much bigger. It was really gaining some steam. I think Cannabis was meant to do a live performance at that, and Ed Sheeran.
What?
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Ed Sheeran did perform.
He did perform, yeah. I actually talked to him at that event, but we were just our names were actually written bigger than Ed Sheeran.
Remember Ed Sheeran come to when you and Chronicle did a 2-on-2, and you might get that mixed up. One of them anyway, Ed Sheeran were there.
Yeah, don't
he's judged Ed Sheeran.
I know Oshay's name on that flyer was bigger than Ed Sheeran's, and it wouldn't happen now. But yeah, it was getting a lot bigger. Around that time, this would have been about late 2009.
Late 2009, yeah, kind of coming into 2010. And Oshea at this point, he was kind of Mr. Don't Flop. I mean, he kind of still is, but especially back then, right?
Yeah, definitely. Still is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, had him on the show. Gonna have some videos out soon about Oshea as well. Huge fan, great guy. And,
same here.
He's got an art of gold. He's one of the coolest people you could ever meet, and he's one of the rappers of all time.
Oh man, yeah, he's such a nice. He's such a sweetheart, isn't he? He's just such a nice guy, and just a genuine guy. But also a killer battle rapper who can say some fucked up shit.
He's good. He's no fun to get drunk with, though. That guy goes over the top.
Right. Okay. You heard it here first, or maybe you already guessed that. I don't know. But so you kick it off.
I can't say much.
No. You kick it off, and you go into a brief history of you and Little Stee, as you call him, and you say that you battled before in York and you ended his winning streak.
So that was the first battle I did, what I touched upon earlier, where it was... so the first battle I did was me and Appeal from Sheffield versus Byrotechnic and Oshea. So yeah, he won. He only... I mean, I over sort of inflated it a little bit, but he won a couple of battles before, and we took that first battle. So that's what that's in reference to.
Mm-hmm. And you're going on Sprungy. It's ironic that O'Shea's mini-me is double his size.
Yeah.
You talk about kind of the sort of hypocrisy of the Reece Jones Yunnan bars, and like he's not going to start anything with you and Sensa. That was pretty contentious at the time, wasn't it? That little event.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wanted to sort of try and. I mean, I did a couple of battles before that where I was trying to be more contentious with everything, and it was sort of trying to pull strings sort of things rather than just going in with sort of jokes and bars. So
how do you battle Oshea, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to think of something else. I didn't know what he was going to come with, because when O'Shea's on top form, he's the best. You know what I mean? So, and you don't know how he's gonna approach the battle.
And this is seen as one of his better performances, isn't it? Like, he does kill it.
Yeah, I'd say it's best in my opinion.
I think so. I mean, this is the birth of Shit on a Shark and stuff like that, but just has a steamroll of a performance, doesn't he? Just effortlessly just swings from punch to punch.
Exactly. I mean, I think somebody posted on maybe the comments on there and put it the best. It was like you could put anybody against Oshea on that day, and it's like stood in the mouth of a dragon. It's like you can shout all you want, but when that fire's coming towards you, there's not much anything anybody can do. But I still think I put on a good performance for that battle.
No, I think your second especially is really good. You're going on his Morrison's job. Talk about him being in the advert, holding a sign, Reasons 96, Why My Life Is Shit, which kind of recalls an older Morrison's advert, but I think people can appreciate the punch. And we have a lot of kind of homonyms here. You won't touch a shaved beaver because you look like a shaved beaver. Promoted to the frozen deli aisle the only time he's stacking chips.
Yeah, I had them bars about that.
Yeah, that was good, man. And then Karma's a bitch. He's a scouser who robs, but also he got robbed by Kruger and Lego, I think you say as well. So there was sort of some confusion.
Right, okay, yeah.
It's when he said that, innit? You're from Chesterfield, simple and plain. Yeah. Local news headline: man slips in the rain.
Yeah,
because that literally is what he's like in Chesson.
And he says, as he says the one side of shit on a shark, and then you can hear it as you go into your third saying like shit on a shark. You're almost confused why he would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of you were there, I guess, for a birth of a catchphrase. Not exactly the most popular catchphrase ever, but something every Don't Flop fan will know.
I see people wearing that shirt all the time, and it just birthed that whole And I'm sort of honoured that it was done in the battle with me. Do you know what I mean?
I really think
that's made on like a wall in Liverpool as well. Some graffiti artist has written
massive,
in huge writing, like
full burner,
so gangster ass shit on a shark. It's like in the centre of Liverpool and stuff. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. And you talk in the third of him being in a firm, and he left because he was asked to glass someone and he wouldn't do it because he'd spill his pint.
Yeah.
Liverpool, the only city in the world you can catch AIDS from a handshake.
Catch AIDS from a handshake.
Yeah.
And never decide if your mates are even human. Lining up you, Innuendo, Sprungy, and Ricky Riley looks like the 4 stages of evolution.
I like that bar.
That's good.
Like it's a really solid round.
Down memory lane.
Good bar, that mate.
I think it was that third round what I did really generally like. I'll have to do these, but I should have.
Seriously. If so far, I would urge people as well. Listen to the episode. Check out Flex's third against Oshea. It's really good. Like it is, and like you say, Oshea was on fire, but that doesn't mean the second person can't still be really good.
Exactly. I mean, lots of people still come up to me to this day and say it's their favourite battle. So. You can't say it's your favourite battle unless it's got to be two-sided, and I do think it's a two-sided. But like I say, Oshea was really levels above anything he'd previously done. I think even he would admit that.
And I mean, you talk about the two sides as well. You have the kind of two approaches, and you speak at the end of your third about the changing climate of battling, and sort of say how if you take away O'Shea's comedy, his basic rap, just stating the facts, the battle these days is hardly what it is, just a tea party with a set of smarmy pricks. Call your ma a bitch, and afterwards you don't expect to get hit for it or something like that. Like, was that something that you genuinely felt was Don't Flop his second birthday now? Was it pacifying what you loved?
I mean, what it was sort of going through a weird sort of. It was sort of going through a comedy versus bars, but it wasn't. It wasn't sort of. It was playful. Do you know what I mean? That was a playful sort of jab at it. But it was going through that sort of what's better, hard hitting bars or jokes, and that was all that was a reference to be honest.
Right. In fact, I mean, it works.
I love joke battles. I love comedy. Comedy rappers. Some of my favourite battles are comedy. Like Oshea and Cal.
Well, O'Shea's one of our favourite battlers of all time.
It was a playful comedy, if anything.
And apparently, the person who inspired Oshea to rap was too sissy to battle you.
Lee Scott, was that a reference to that?
I don't know. I mean, you don't make it clear.
I think it might have been.
You were going to battle Lee Scott, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was going to happen, but there was some back and forth sort of action. I think it was probably a reference to that. I'd need to listen to that again, but I would probably say it's probably.
But there were tons of battles that never formulated that we started writing for them for whatever reason they stopped. So I was supposed to battle Monster Under the Bed, weren't I? That failed like a week before or something. He pulled out.
And you say fuck Nuts magazine, and because were they was them and Oshea in cahoots or something?
Yeah, I think it was Pete actually. Pete Cashmore was working for.
He just done a write up on him.
He did a write up. So
a big thing at time, wasn't it?
I'm going to drop that in, and I became friends with Pete Cashmore a few years later, and I remember him pulling that up on me. So yeah, it was a reference to that.
And then there's a lot of Steve and Steve references in this, and we closed out with a pretty heavy one. This homo. I just put homo called Steven in a box, like that faggot from Boyzone.
I think he just died, him. Yeah. But ended with a nice bit of shock value. Just a little soft take.
And speaking of shock value, Oshea mentioned in this battle, it gets mentioned in tons of battles. It's one of those mythic don't flop things that kind of there's no footage of, but everyone knows about. The definition incident, what happened there?
As in definition, explained it.
He not on the podcast, actually. We didn't talk about it, but I'm just saying it because Oshea mentions it, so just quickly.
Did you get one bomb by Flex? And
oh no. I've gone through the story so many times. I'm sure there is a forum, and I think definition writes.
There is actually. I'll try and find that. Yeah, you're right. There is that.
He writes his.
I'll tell him. I'm not bothered, man. I'll tell him.
Yeah, please.
No, but you told me all about it. You rang me up straight away. I can't remember why you, but you fucking you smashed him in his nose.
Yeah, that's all it was.
I then dragged him to a toilet and went, fucking clean yourself up, mate. But I can't remember why it were about. You were just drunk, being daft. And I
can't remember. This is what people have told me.
You weren't like you hated him. I think just in the heat of the moment. Flex just hits people in the heat of the moment, daft.
That's right.
It is true, but it weren't no beef, were it?
It wasn't beef. It was like a drunken pub fight. What you might see. It was one of them, and it just happened to happen between me and Definition. We were sort of at the same level back then. We've both done a couple of battles. We're both in the north, and we both, cocky.
And you were sound straight after anyway.
I've never had a problem with Definition since.
Was there ever any talk of you two battling?
Yeah. I think Air's still messing me. Maybe a year or maybe 2 years ago, maybe a little bit further, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's been brought up in the past, and it was going to happen, it wasn't going to happen, and it sort of went past the point of being relevant, so I just lost interest.
But it also takes it back to the thing where we're saying, like, Don't Flop started getting, like, polluted more and more with these, like, smarmy, what did you call them? Smarmy kids, whatever. Well, like, someone punching someone were like the biggest thing ever, and all the forums are blowing up, whereas like where we come from at North England, people get punched all the time. Like, you were forever
it was just that it wasn't minor, like it wasn't over.
It weren't a big deal.
I don't even know what it was over. Like, Definition might remember. Like I said, I'm sure there is a forum post out there.
That's where he tapped you in face first, messing about, didn't he?
All I can remember, it was just no more than like your little average pub fight.
Right, yeah. It never felt too serious.
It just happened to happen between between us.
We're Northerners, man. He's a Northerner. We're Northerners. Sometimes you just have a little swingers when you're a bit pissed, man. It weren't a big deal, but it's just like them little forum kids. Going crazy, typing shit.
I like Definition before it. I like Definition after. There's never been.
It's all right. It's all right. Told deaf.
Yeah. And Psychosis is like, well, just before we get onto the Sensa battle, which I'm really excited to talk about because it's a fucking crazy battle. Like, I have to say, like, when I've been mostly watching recent battles. Normally, I don't go back unless I'm doing something for the show, and hadn't watched this battle for a few years. Fuck me, the emotion in that battle. Like, that's a heavy battle, that Sensa battle. But,
it's Sensa battle.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we need to get onto that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to just quickly touch on the Yunnan battle. Like, was this the start of any issues between you, or was that kind of later, or?
Man, this is a whole podcast on its own. I'll try to squash it down, brother. Like, well, when I was gonna battle what's his Tommy Villis, I didn't even know who we were, like, and he just said, oh, will you battle this guy, he's new, whatever, and at the time I'd just say yes to any battle. I really didn't give a fuck. So before it, now I've never ever experienced people saying to you, I am gonna fucking twat you when I see you, and then when you see them they put the fucking eyes down or shake your hand, like they've not said out. Like, it was fucking alien to me. Like, if someone messaged me and said, Theo, when I see you I'm gonna fucking twat you, like, that's when it's beef. Do you know what I mean? That's when, like, I'm walking around ready to, if it goes down, kind of thing. Now, and I'll probably get mad talking about this little cunt because I fucking hate him, even though I've sorted it now. But, like, so before this battle, he said something like, he messaged my mate Razel, who were battling at the time, and he said, once I'm done with your boy, I'm going to cut your fucking head off, Gazelle. Something like that. Something along them lines, for no reason, just fired on Razel, saying, like, when I'm done with your pussy boy or something. So then, for a laugh, Oshea and Flex told him I were going to come and shoot him. So, but I don't know why him and Oshea were just winding him up. I never even spoke to the guy. So I came down to Brighton, and he was shitting himself when I got him, and he come up to shake my hand, and I was just like, what the fuck you doing? And I didn't even really know what had been said about this fucking gun, whatever, that's mine, or that. Just forget that now. that. But he come up to me and he like tried to shake my hand, and I just buoyed him off. I'm like, shake my hand, fuck off, I'm gonna rip your head off, you fat little cunt. So he went off and he went up to her and he's like, yo bruv, Psychosis, like he won't even shake my hand. So her's like, well, what I was like, her's like, what do you expect, man? He's not, he don't know you, so you've been buoying him off, so you're gonna have to deal with him now in the battle. So I did the battle and I beat him, and then we went for food after, and I was cool, and I said, look, like, we're cool, man, just don't. Just, do you know what I mean? Just don't talk shit. I'm not that guy. Like, I don't react well to people talking shit. Just stay whatever. So we was all right for a long time. And he even used to message me, and because I used to do these nights called Grime House, big massive grime and bassline rave in Sheffield at the time, the biggest grime and bassline raves. And we'd have all Tez Kid and K Dot, and everyone had spit at them, and they were massive. And he used to message me and go, oh, I'd love to come to one of those nights, mate. I'd love to come to one of those. And I was like, bruv, come, bring yourself down. Like, we was all right. Do you know what I mean? And then random, and then I turned up, and basically he did a battle against TC, and he said, you're bigger faggots than Prison Planet, about me and Flex, for no reason. He said that, you're bigger faggots than Prison Planet. So I saw him in Manchester one time at a battle event. I'd not seen him since, and I just went up to him and I'm like, what you on about? You daft little cunt. I'm like, you know what happens when you fuck with me? Like, no point, brother, just don't say nothing. And he was like, oh yeah, no, shouldn't have said it. And then I left it, and then the same day he battled Joker Star, and he said in the battle, he said, say anything outside a battle to me and you'll see how real I am, something like that. And by this time I'd had a bit of a drink, I was a bit pissed, so I went outside and I saw him again, and I was like, what's this about your fucking your real outside a battle? Because I got a bit pissed. I'd already said something to him, but I just got a bit pissed, so I decided to say something again, because I was still in my head, man, and I don't let things go very easily. So, and I just took his hat off his head and fucking robbed it and just stamped on his fags and were like, just fucking don't talk shit, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a stupid thing to do. Like, let this be a lesson to not talk shit about people. Now, what you have to realise with Unanimous, Tommy Villis, whatever you want to call him, he's had a fucking run-in with every cunt in Don't Flop Annie at some point. Pretty much every fucking guy in Don't Flop at a certain era, he'd have wound up, whether it were you, Flex, or Innuendo, or whatever. He was winding people up left, right, and centre, and he were always threatened to be getting a slap. So then after that, he would go online chatting loads of shit on Twitter, and I don't do none of that fucking internet squabbly shit. So I just ignored pretty much all of it. And I think the next time I saw him, we were at Boom Bap. So I went up to him, and I just called him a fat little cunt or something, and I gave him a little bit of a fucking rag around. I didn't slap him, I just gave him a bit of a rough up, and he started crying at Boom Bap.
This is the thing what was referenced in the Villain versus You Now, when he says, and you were grabbing eyes. That's what that was.
Yeah. Dialect was there, Els was there, my boy Yayan were there. Like, I went down with my crew, and he fucking started. He got teary eyed, all his red face. He went and put his jumper on because he felt self conscious. And to be honest, I was like, boom, it's over, it's done. I'm not. He's young. We were a lot younger than me at time. He's half my fucking size. I'd eat him alive, man. So I just left it, and then like a few months, and then he starts again, and he dressed up as me in a video and put like a mustache on and a fucking moppy head wig, and he was like pretending to be me on a video and all this shit. So he brought all this on himself, and then when he were battling Disaster, he said Disaster knew about it, so me and him got kind of in cahoots, and he were like, yo bruv, like I want you to step on stage and say a few bars in my battle. Then what happened is my internet went down or something, and I was getting raided. The police were going to raid my house for something, and then it all got settled and it were all right, but like I didn't have my computer. And what happened is I got to the event, and that's the first time I've met Disaster before. We'd met him at lab battles, but that was the first time we got to talk about it. And he was just like, look, this is what between us, we just come up with this thing where I'll just step out and go bang and just make him flinch, which we did. And to that, as far as I was concerned at that point, it was over. It was completely squashed. I'd buoyed him off in front of over 1,000 people. Like I'd robbed him, I'd made him cry, I'd buoyed him off in front of 1,000 people. All I could do was physically fucking hit him. Do you know what I mean? For it to be ended. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't need to do that. Like, he's half my size, this guy. So I just went, give him a little shit up in his battle. And as far as I was concerned, he were over. But lo and behold, yet again, I come back and he starts again online, and this, oh man, I just ignored it. And 3 years went past, 3 or 4 years. I'd not seen him since I was supposed to battle Arsenal. Yeah. And then he started again a week before. So, well, as soon as it got announced that I was coming back to battle, he was all over Twitter and his Instagram putting, if you want to see me battle Psychosis, retweet this. If not, he's a pussy, rah, rah, rah. And I just ignored it, brother. I would just ignored it. I was like, do you know what? Just allow him. He's a little daft kid. He's obviously never grown up. I don't grow up. I've got a house full of toys. I love retro shit. I never want to be that grown up person, but I'm still mature to a point that I'm not going to start daft shit for no fucking reason. Like, I'm an adult man. That's not me. So anyway, I ignored all that, and then a few days before the battle, he goes on the fucking event page and he writes, Now, this were on Viewpoint. I didn't even go on Viewpoint. I've never been on it, but people read or copy and paste shit and send it me now and again if someone writes some bullshit. And he wrote, "Can't wait to see Psychosis Fairy Dust. Let's see him say something now that I'm not a kid anymore." So I was just like, oh, bro, I am not going to this event to walk around all day and let him walk past me and not say nothing. So my battle had got cancelled. I pissed off. I'd had another little I'm not even going to say what it were, but I had another little confrontation with another guy before this who'd come up, I'd never met before, a battler, who said something to me at this same event, and I had to have a few words with him. Like, so I weren't in the best of moods anyway. My battle had got cancelled. Like, this guy said something, and then halfway through a battle, someone just said, "Oh, Unanimous is outside." So I just went out and I'm not going to say what happened, but I'd like to think he's never ever going to bring this bullshit up ever again, and I've not heard anything from him since, and I'd like him just to keep it that way because it's completely done now. I'm a 28-year-old man. I don't fucking fuck about with kids. So that is all I'm going to touch on that subject. Right. You know what I mean? But if that's enough for you, like that is do you know what, brother? I've never explained that on anything, no interviews, no podcasts or anything ever. I've never ever gone into it. What happened? That is the 100% truth. Swear on my mum's fucking life. That is word for word correct. And anyone who's ever seen me at an event, like I did the confrontation with Unanimous, Dialect or Els or anything at the Boom Back, will tell you that's 100% true. All of it, bro.
Well, let's get into the battles, man, because
let's do it, man.
Like, there's all that bullshit around it. So let's focus on bro. Fucking like
Sensa. Let's go.
See, shit like that. Why are you always catching it? It's shit like that when they're calling a Porsche's phone acting daft that are gonna fucking stab you, mate. It's not a joke. Wipe that look off your poncy fucking rabbit face. Stop chasing battle fame and start thinking about keeping your undeserved fucking family safe.
In my eyes, like, I'm not like, this is a classic. Like I know that word's overused, but like I think this is a don't flop classic. Like, it's 6 brilliant rounds, so well delivered. The crowd are awesome. Like, you must be proud looking back at this one.
Well, it was a weird one, this, because I never wanted to battle Sensa. To be honest, when I was starting out filming, when I filmed Oshea versus Sensa, and how hard he came at Oshea, were like, fucking hell, I'd hate to battle him, he's horrible. Bear in mind, at this time, I weren't a battler, but for a long time, Sensa were the best, weren't they? Were the best in Don't Flop. Sensa were a killer, man. And he used to say some fucked up shit, but whatever, like, he used to shred guys, man. And so I was never that asked about battling, so I weren't not asked about battling him because I feared him. I'd battle anyone, brother. We're going to battle Arsenal, I don't give a fuck, I'll battle anyone. But like, it was just like, when you battle someone, you've got to get into such a mind frame, haven't you, Flex? Yeah. Like, if you're going to battle someone who's at a sick level, you've got to put everything else on your life on hold. Like, you've got every single waking minute, you've got to sit thinking of bars for the cunt. And like, every dinner break you had at work or every free time, you've just got to, anytime you've got to storm up and down thinking of bars, and it's a very fucking strenuous mind frame to get into. So when you confirm a battle like that, before you confirm it, you know that you've got to get into like a set kind of mind frame, Tom. So it was a battle that I was never bothered about doing, but Chronicle just said he'd pay me to do it. So it's the only time I ever accepted money for a battle is that one. I've never been paid for any battle. I've never even said to her I want money. Like the Arsenal battle, I weren't getting paid a fucking penny, brother. Like, I just do it because I know the fans like watching it and stuff. So that was only one that he just tempted with me with money. So I did it was just after the H1 battle, I think. So yeah, we did the battle, and before that, I mean, I'm cool with Sensa. I'd always been cool with him before, and I'm cool with him now. But at the time, he was another one of these Twitter boys that go on and start writing some shit. And he wrote something like. He wrote something like, "Oh, can't wait to battle Psychosis. Let's see if he turns up in trackies the fucking jip," or something like that. He said. Right. And again, I'll just deal with someone when I see them in person. I don't do no internet scobbling. I don't even drop them an inbox. So as soon as I got to the event, and bear in mind, right, we'd set off in Alex Burgoyne, big up that guy every time. He's a big Don't Flop fan. He drove us there, and halfway there, his car blew up. The fucking engine went, and all smoke started coming out, and we had to pour all fucking water in his engine. So, and then luckily we flagged down on Snake Pass, which there's no signal on Snake Pass, the road that goes from Manny to Chef, of like a tow truck come. So we managed to flag that down, then we had to go back to Chef, get my other boy Yeyan's car, and then drive to Manchester. And it was fucking pissing it down with rain, bro. Like, I'd done my hair and that in it, and it was hammering it down with rain. So I just quickly grabbed this random hat, and it was too big for me, so I had to get a fucking safety pin and pin it because my head was like fucking wet dreadlocks. Anyone that's got hair knows that if you fucking done it with a bit of gel and that, and then it rains, it looks fucked, and we're going to battle. So I had to wear this fucking hat. So people always said to me, "Why is Phil? He's got a great sweat on," because the hat was drenched, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got to the event, and straight away this obviously, bear in mind, Sensa's been winding me up and I've not said one word to him because I never say one word to him before battle. I don't like doing it. So I got to the event and I seen him and he come up to shake my hand and it were a bit like the Yunnan thing. I was like, whose fucking hand are you trying to shake? Fuck off, you mug. And I remember there were like a lot of people outside saw it and they were like, oh, fucking hell, this is going to be... So they all got hyped for battle because they've just seen me do that.
Yeah, man, it's like WWE shit.
Yeah, that's the way, whatever, if you want to put it like that. So anyway, I got to this event and it was some like 8 mile shit because like I just ate this fucking... Because after we got piss wet through and then we drove back to Chef, I was hungry. I was like, fuck it, man, I'm getting a chippy. So I got fucking a chip butty and that, but it was one of them massive ones and it proper filled me up. And it was like 2 hours later and it was still at top at stomach, do you know what I mean? So I was like, fucking hell, I'm going to have to go and make myself sick, man, because I ain't going to be able to battle. So I went round corner to fucking to try and throw this fucking thing up, which I didn't in end anyway, it just settled after a bit. But I went round corner and I seen Pamphlet and Sensa, and Sensa's come up to me again and he's like, oh, yo, bro, just want to say like, let's just say in this battle we're not mentioning each other's families and shit. And I went, do you know what, bro? Just fuck off. Like, don't ask to battle me, because he'd asked for this. You know what I mean? I'm like, don't ask to battle me and then just start firing loads of rules at me. I goes, I'll say whatever the fuck I want in a battle. Don't tell me what to say and what not to say. So we're like, all right, I'm just saying. I goes, don't say nothing. Fuck off. I will talk to you when we do the battle. I'm not here to converse with you. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll battle. And when I get in battle mode, I'm just in the zone. I don't want to be fucking talking nice to the guy that I want to kill in about 20 minutes time, do you know what I mean? So yeah, we fucking met on the stage and it was something that like a lot of people wanted to see it and there were a lot of hype around it at the time because like we were like 2 heavy hitters from the north and the south.
Yeah, it's I mean, classic Don't Flop venue as well, Night and Day Cafe in Manchester. Like, you know, don't do battles there anymore.
Oh man, so many epic clashes went down there, man.
No, crazy. Like Oshea Pamphlet Blizzard, Matt of Verb T.
Your man actually got raped by Hellboy. Sick ball.
And you know, this is again, like you're saying, yeah. And you were coming into this battle 7 wins, 1 loss. Like, great record you had coming into this as well. It didn't seem like you took any mercy.
I've never lost since. No, I never lost a battle since that one. So, carry on anyway.
So Sensa starts, you know, going in on Sheffield. You know, you do not live in a shanking capital. Formont is the only thing shot in Sheffield. Yeah, no, good stuff. And Flex, you get a little mention here. Only time he's had a barrel and a knife in play is when he and Flex play that pop-up pirate game.
That game. We played it earlier.
No way.
I don't lose this shit. Battles all pop-up pirates.
And then, I mean, it's an angle. It's a furrow he's going to plough in every round. And this is maybe Sensa's slight downfall in this battle, even though there's kind of fun.
Talks about the same thing every round and goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the idea of you, because obviously you are, you know, you're really into your toys, your collectibles and stuff like that. And the idea of you getting a toy on Christmas and you know, not opening because
I think, Tom, that's the only thing that people ever used to say to me. They just say, you got an eye pitch for, you should pay and you collect toys. But like, I was openly about that. I bought and sold toys for years and years and years and never had to have a proper job. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I did, and I did the Diggs episode showing off my own collection and stuff. Like, there's only so many times you could drill that subject. I didn't care because I was open about it. It's like me dyeing my hair green and saying, you've got green hair. No, I have. I've dyed it. Everyone's going to say I've purposely dyed it green because I want green. Like, there's so many things you can say about it before it gets stagnant.
No, and we'll get onto your digs, but I just want to say, yeah, I love that episode. I watched that episode this afternoon, man. It's absolutely fascinating, bro. Seriously good. Like,
it's so much better now. It's so much more impressive since then. That was years ago.
No, that's a cult one because there's just that one and the Mickey Worthless one, isn't there? Which is very different.
Yeah, of course, man. I think that was a whole thing they were going to do. They were going to do calcium kids and that, but it's just another thing that never quite materialised other than the 2 that came out.
Yeah. But it is really good. And then, yeah, like you say, it's the same angle.
Anyway.
Same angle. Sit on the edge of the bed, depressed. This is you going home with a girl and about to fuck her.
That's a sick bar. And it goes, don't open your box up. I know it lowers your value. That was a good bar, man.
That was a seriously good bar. And as he's delivering, you're sort of pacing and you're reacting, but not really like, are you just thinking of your own bars? Are you listening to him?
I'm just drunk, to be honest, mate. I just got pissed. That's what it were. If you ever see me like in a battle, just looking a bit fucking weird and spaced and stamping about, it's just because I'd had a fucking load of Jack Daniels before or something. I don't really drink anymore. Like I'm more on a health kick and that these days. But yeah, no. Then we just used to get. That's the only reason why if I ever look a bit fucking wired in a battle, because I've never done drugs. I fucking hate drugs, man. I've never done any drugs or smoke. I've never even smoked a fag, but I did like a drink. So yeah, a lot of people always used to say, fucking hell, Psychosis has coked off his head. They're like, no, I've just got ADHD and I'm a hyper guy, bro. Like, that's literally all it is. And that's why after you have a bit of fucking JD and coke and that, you coke Coca-Cola, JD and Coca-Cola, you're just a bit you're in the mode, you're in the zone, do you know what I mean? I'm a hyper guy, so when you're in the zone, you're bouncing back and forth. Is that what the question were, Tom?
No, I was just interested, really. What was, I mean, you know, are you ever kind of like striving to remember your stuff as well, or is it more just...
Oh, not really. I go over it so religiously, and I mean, myself and Flex have both had times we're in a battle, you forget it for a few seconds, but never, and you have a bit of a stumble. But again, you're drunk, you've had a drink before, do you know what I mean? Like, to slur the odd word or slap a word up or something, it's not uncommon.
No, of course.
So yeah, when he's battling me, to be honest, I always like to throw a flip in. Most of my battles, you'll notice I throw a flip in them, and I'm just thinking of something to flip back at him.
No, the flip that kicks out the first, I love it. We talk about slice your throat. Just pissed that I've got Rock Lords. Now, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing this right, but Rock Lords, Manta Force, Micronauts, and Tiger Zords.
That's the one, bro.
That are worth more than your bitchin' salad dusted up vagina for. Heavy as fuck. And I love that you incorporate the actual things, and people would really love that bar if they knew, because I looked up Manta Force just out of interest, because that was the one I didn't recognise, and I think I own like a small one. I did recognise it's British one, wasn't it?
They were late 80s, early 90s like place set Manta Force, and they just like have big space vehicles and stuff like that with all little spaceship guys. Everyone listening to this podcast at some point will have had something to do with Manta Force or would have played with them. So that's literally, Google it. You'll see what they are.
And then, is it fair to say that it's slightly controversial that you kind of give him a little bit of a headbutt?
Yeah, no, I didn't plan to do that. I just didn't like him, man. He wound me up. He said shit to me, and I'd not fucking... And as much as I told him outside him before... It was a headbutt. It was just a little... But again, that's just how it is when you're up north and you're a bit fucking aggy, and it's just... Do you know what? I never went into that battle saying I'm going to headbutt him and cause a load of controversy. I just did it, do you know what I mean? And that is all it is, Tom. In the heat of the moment, I just felt like fucking pushing my head against his and telling him to get...
No. I mean,
well, what it was is at the time there was a lot of people just saying stuff in battles, and they were like, "I'll punch you in the face and jab you in your rib cage" and all that, but they wouldn't do nothing like that. Like, they wouldn't punch someone, and if I'd never tell anyone I was going. It brings me back to the unanimous thing. The first time he said some shit, like, I'd never tell anyone I was going to hit him unless I generally were going to hit him, which is rare. I don't want to hit anyone. Do you know what I mean? Very rare. I want to hit someone, but but it's not real. I lie, Tom. I fucking hit many people. I've hit many people in my time, and I've been hit and whatever. That's a different thing. But it was just a time when a lot of people were saying stupid shit. And what was the bar before it? There was a reason I said it.
So it's kind of...
You need to stop talking bullshit in your battles unless you're gonna fucking back it up. But I can't remember what he said. I said something about...
I think were you talking about how kind of he hates it when you talk about his kids, but he'll talk about dead family members.
Oh yeah, that was it. And like when I fought on them angles, I was proud of myself, because when you're battling someone like Sensa and he's had lots of battles, a lot's been said. That was the whole thing. Like, because he would talk about Reece Jones getting shot and this kind of thing, but then he was coming up to me outside, "Oh, don't mention my kids, bruv." So I would just be like, "Bruv," like something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, it would just, in the heat of the moment, do you know what I mean? I just give him a little nudge with it. Yeah, that's all it were, bro.
No. I mean, on one side, I'm kind of like, oh shit, whatever. But on the other side, I'm like, oh, this is fucking great. Like, this just adds to the battle.
Oh, it's good entertainment. They used that in trailers. They used it in a lot of trailers, like when they were talking about the controversial moments in battle rap.
No. I mean, check out this battle as a whole. This is one of many moments. One of which, you go on his age. So this is Sensa. This is Sensa post Oshea's title match. If you want to picture in your head how he looked then.
Rematch. Obviously, title match. Rematch Oshea first title match.
He was 24. Like, I'm not even trying to be slack to the guy. I'm a big Sense fan, but if someone told me he was 35, I wouldn't have thought you're wrong.
But that's what happens when you're raising 3 kids and working a full-time job. You age, man. That's why I've avoided that life for a long, long, long time. I stay youthful and click my fucking Manta Force and look my age. And
then at the end of your first, turn this battle into the Watchman, have a comedian get it thrown out the window, an opening scene. It's it's heavy, hits really hard, and after this first round, I think the crowd are really engaged with this thing. It's a proper war.
Certain battles, like when there's a bit of a feud and then the first round goes and you're both proper gunning on each other, the crowd's hype, and then that, obviously me and Sensa are buzzing off that. It's like, yeah man, well, people are into it, they're going to pay attention to what we've spent time writing and this and that. So no, it was wicked vibes, wicked value.
And he flips, he flips the kind of you trying to get onto. Why are you trying to get a bit too aggy in the battle, bruv? We're trying to fight fair. If you want to touch noses and have a kiss, pamphlet's right there.
Pamphlet's right there. Sick flip. That me and him were flippers, and going into that battle, I knew we were going to flip stuff at me. It was good.
No, it's really good. And then, I mean, we have more hobbies, attack, action figures to lure kids into your house. And then...
Same old.
Yeah. He sees toys. So he kind of does this toy scheme, and he's like, how do I know these? Well, I see toys scattered around, but the ones that I see might, don't belong to the man of the house. Or something.
How sick bar. That was a very good bar. Again, I mean, 2 or 3 bars like that in a battle's awesome. It's when there's fucking 85,000.
No, but like probably the most memorable moment of this round is the final bit where he's talking about the kickboxing, and then he actually does like a spinning back fist and kind of like turns his back to the camera and pounds his fist out. It's pretty unusual. Like to see that, like it's just kind of like after you'll see him say it, but then he just kind of bangs it up there, and it's just quite funny. And
he's like, fuck, uppercut up his mother's cunt. It's an uppercut. It won't have been a spinning back fist to it.
And then you say again, flips. This is flips, and fantastic flips throughout this. About kickboxing. What the fuck happened to you now?
Just thinking a quick shit on the spot, man. What you have to do with a flip is just, I always found, you just have to. The bar they got the most reaction from, try and make that bar look stupid, and then you've just counteracted whatever they fired at you. You've just intercepted their fucking heat seeker by making it irrelevant, because you've just turned it around on them. So that's all that we're trying to do. Whether it did or it didn't is obviously debatable, but that's how the flips work. I used to try and take their most impact, the punch they hit you with the most impact with, and just reverse it on them.
No, totally. And I love the end of the second when you kind of have it as like a Taken, and like you imagine Sensa as Liam Neeson explaining his kind of special skills. It's a pretty funny idea.
Because at the time, like because he said this shit about Reece Jones and that, he was just getting death, weren't he? We're getting death threats, man, from Liverpool, man, and that, like saying they were going to kill him. So there was a bar in it. I mean, you might even mention it later, but I think it's one of my favourite in the whole battle, where I said like, if someone shot one of your kids, you'd probably be the reason that they did it, because we were talking about Reece Jones obviously getting shot, and then I was just like, well, wow, shit, you've talked. Like, if someone shot your kid, you'd probably be the reason that your kid got fucking gunned, man. So like, it was just all touching on that thing. I was just trying to make him look like the biggest fucking racist, kid killing, promoting scumbag, to be honest. But that's what you do in a battle. You break down everything about the other person and make them look like a piece of shit. No,
totally. And closing up your second with like the Van Damme scheme. Like you're a big like old movie head, aren't you? Like that kind of classic shit.
But at the time, like, I mean, now that's been done to death, like taking like a list of Stallone films or something and making a verse at them. But at the time, it was pretty new. I'm not going to say we invented it or nothing like that, but it was just it was a new concept at the time.
Yeah, and Sensa stretches the concept into the third. Again, the toys idea. You both have babies, but you have a Cabbage Patch one. And then the idea of like you seeing 2 people in the street and then getting out of control and start button bashing. That's just quite an inventive image, if anything else.
Yeah. He do you know what I mean? He was pulling out all the stops to keep them toy schemes fresh and inventive.
Yeah, talking about Amir Khan getting knocked out and you like in the ring, like, bruv, why didn't you block? It's R1 or something.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Van Damme schemes. Sensa's huge food scheme. Do you see that as lazy writing or clever writing?
Yeah, it was a bit like the Van Damme thing I did. However, mine was
much longer though. Yeah,
mine was relevant because I knew we were going to talk about me doing martial arts. So that is it. Yeah, he went on a bit. Yeah, what did he say? Like, fucking like my sandwich. Fuck it. Yeah, and I know you're about.
Let them not tell her.
I did a flip after about you're not only rapping about sandwiches, you're eating them all, something like that.
Yeah. No, that kind of again neutralises with the flip, and it's huge attacks from you from both. Holly Masters. Who was Holly Masters? I don't really recognise the name. He gets a huge reaction.
She was just a girl that were around at the time. She was just a girl that were around at the time, and everyone were quite. Everyone quite fancied her and stuff, and I was just the only person that ever actually just like said a diss about her, so that's why it got a big reaction. But I say I'm a cool with Holly. She's all right. I'm not pro bullying girls. It was just a funny thing to say at the time. I didn't even expect it to get a reaction like it did. It just did.
Yeah, it got a huge reaction. That was just kind of why I'm asking.
For some reason, because it was just a fucking thing I just threw in last minute. But yeah, it got a reaction.
Is she who Yunnan baked a cake for?
Yeah, but she did tell me that he never baked her a cake, and that were bullshit. So
right.
Look at me. Yeah, I'm actually clearing up Yunnan rumours that weren't true. He never baked her a cake. She said after, I don't know where that came from.
Wow. Yeah, there's a weird one. And we have the judging, and it's awesome that all the judges go really deep. Like, they both all struggle over the decision. They pretty much all have notes, whether it be on a phone or
that's always good, man. That's always good. Do you know what I mean? When you go into a battle, you don't want it to be easy. Part of you wants it to be easy because part of you is like, boom, I just want to smash it. Like me battling H-Bomb, I knew going into that I was going to destroy her. Do you know what I mean? And then sometimes them battles are fun, but you want your battle to be a fucking slugfest. You want it to be a war. It has that replay value when they're like that.
Yeah, no, totally. And this is from 2012, and it has 68,000 views. I think it's currently your most watched battle, actually, which is pretty, huge. Like, great views for back then, great views for now, even. Like,
yeah, I ain't watched them for a long time, to be honest. I ain't watched none of them for a long time.
No, fair enough, man. And you get the decision. It's split up until the final vote by Els.
Els, happened to Els. He was a cool guy and he was a good spitter. Big up Els if he's listening, man. He's the guy.
Yeah. Els, if you're listening, get in contact. Love having show, man. But yeah, this is, and Pamphlet in his judging as well says that he wanted to do a Holly Masters line, but he couldn't think of anything good, and he's glad you've done it.
And he goes, I don't like the cunt, but yeah, Psychosis wins, because at the time he were another one that we didn't really get on. I can't even remember why. I think we just irritated each other because we're both quite loud bash characters. But yeah, no, I'm cool with Pamphlet now.
Yeah. So just quickly before we get into Verb Flex, I just want to talk about digs. As I was saying, I appreciate your house and collection is probably a lot different at this point, but I just made a few notes of things that I thought were cool. So if you just like to, anything to add, not even something you've collected really. The first one they called the 25-year-old can of Sprite. That's mad.
Yeah. I still got that.
You still got it.
It's funny. I got since then. I've got a can of Coke from I think 1974 and something, and then I just got a Pepsi can from recently. People just give them because like, oh no, you got that can, so it's funny. I've had that a long time. For some reason, I think like my granddad just had them in his cupboard, and then when he passed or something, I think my mum just kept them because she thought they were cool because they were old, and he just had them a long time, and I just had it ever since. But we hold them old cans of pop for some reason. After a while, they start to evaporate. I was talking to someone about this today, the exact same thing, bro, because they were saying that he will respect BA. He said that he's got when Ghostbusters 2 were released, McDonald's did a promotion where they gave away an empty can, and it was like a Ghostbusters can, and it's called Free Ghost in a Can, and he was telling me that he's got me one of them, which is buzzing. So
my god!
Yeah, and we was on about today the 7-Up can. People always talk about that, man. What's the deal? It is just a fucking can.
I think it's just fascinating, both because the design, because you can kind of tell that it's from the early 80s. It just kind of has that.
It's early 80s is what it is.
Yeah. It just has that kind of idea for it. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting, and I think a lot of the things in the video, myself included, go over my head, even though they're very interesting. So it's kind of fun to see. Oh, I know Sprite, so I can kind of appreciate it there. But
everyone knows Sprite.
Everyone knows Sprite, and
load of Manta Force, but you know about Sprite.
And your old Marvel comics as well. You're a big fan of just the early art, like Jack Kirby, stuff like that.
Diehard Marvel fan. When the new DCU movies get released, I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm there on up. I book midnight screenings for all them. All our crew go and we watch all them. All the Disney DCU Marvel movies. I fucking follow them. All the Netflix series that coincide with them and stuff. I'm heavily into that. I've been into Marvel from day because I'm a graphic artist by day. That's what I do. So I grew up drawing all them characters, man. So I've got a lot of old Marvel comics on the wall. They're still here, man. They're still on the wall behind me.
No, awesome, man. Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, Jack Kirby is probably the only one that I really know from that era. But
Ditko and Kirby are the pioneers of all that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, do you have a favorite superhero, or are you just kind of?
Oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Well, there's lots, but when it comes to Marvel, I'm always like a Ghost Rider, Punisher kind of guy. I like Deadpool for many years, but now hipsters have really just turned him into something that's so off-putting. Deadpool was the guy for many, many years, and what he's developed into now, I'm not a fan of. But yeah, no, Ghost Rider, Punisher all day. Do you know what I mean? Vision, Black Panther, all these guys, I love that shit. And I could talk about Marvel comics for hours, bro. I love that shit.
Maybe next time. And one of the things that you point out, which when you get it out the shelf, I'm like, fuck, I had one of those and I haven't thought about it for fucking 15 years. Boglins.
Yeah.
The creatures you put your hands in, they're so cool.
Yeah, and the thing with Boglins is because they're made from a latex, they do deteriorate over time. So I've got lots of the mini Boglins, lots of the caged ones and stuff. As I said, that was many years ago we did that, and since then, I've the amount of stuff I've bought and sold, because a lot of my work I do through a vintage centre in Sheffield, and I buy and sell a lot through there, and I get dealers come to me all the time with like loads of stuff. It's something I've been involved. My dad's a dealer. My dad's an antique dealer, so like I grew up like around all that stuff anyway. I've always had toys. A lot of the toys I grew up with as a kid were from car boots and shit. We didn't go to Toys R Us. Toys R Us were for rich people. All my toys were from skips and car boots and markets and shit. Yeah. So that's why I'm like a toy connoisseur now. There's literally very few things you could show me and I won't be able to tell you stuff about him and recognise him instantly. So a lot of the toys I grew up with as a kid were from like 10 years before I were even born.
So I mean, I'm not trying to test you, but I remember playing with something as a kid, and it was kind of like the characters were like shark, kind of like, but
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks, was that what it was called?
Yeah,
okay.
Street Sharks. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to Google that after this.
Is that what you see? They're like muscled up sharks. Like,
yeah. 4
of them, jabs and streaks and stuff and all them, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then to round up the Diggs video, which I need to urge everyone to watch. Like, like there must be, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here, but there must be, obviously there's huge internet communities around this sort of stuff and collectibles and stuff like that. How hasn't this video got more popular? Like, I just would have thought people would be fascinated by it.
I'm glad it don't sound like a dickhead on it.
I think you look good.
I look very excitable by silly little things, but that's just...
You're a good host, man. You're a good host on it. You are.
Well, now I host my own TV show now, Slimehouse TV, so I show a lot of the toys on there. Episode 1, we break down a lot of the Kenneth toy line. We look at all the old Terminator, Predator and Jurassic Park play sets and stuff. So
I need to watch that.
I'm still doing that stuff. If you go on slimehousetv.com, I've actually got a broadcasted TV show that plays on Yorkshire Network like now. It's on every Saturday. So but you can watch all them online at youtube.com/Theo King Harvey, or just go on slimehousetv.com. You can watch them all there. I'm currently doing season 2, and every single episode has like a cool as fuck person in it. Like, if you're into your hip-hop, episode 3 we interview Necro, and we film Necro and I do a live performance and shit. So there's lots of cool, there's something on there for everyone. Anything cool, artistic, retro or edgy.
That's incredible, man. And then at the end, Pedro and Kruger coming round for some Streets of Rage.
Yeah, man, because they were just there at the time. There's a funny story about that. They come round with like a big box of Krispy Kreme donuts and that, and then Mickey Worthless come in my house like proper shook because he'd fell asleep in the car and some woman had come out and banged on, because my estate's mad. It's like Shameless, bro. It's a Vic Callum estate, and some woman's like banged on the window like, you gotta move your car, and he come in like, fucking hell, bro, like some woman's just asked me to move my car. She proper got me shook and that. Like, yeah, it was funny when people are like where they're from or where we're from, although they might both be like council estates, they're just different types, you know what I mean? And when the worlds meet, it's always funny. Yeah,
man. And I mean, video games, is that another part of your collection, or are you more into toys?
Yeah, I've got a massive collection of old retro games and consoles as well. I recently acquired like a boxed Commodore and an Atari with all the wires and the setup and everything, and then I recently just bought like a little old 70s black and white telly to play that shit on. I love that stuff, man. I was born in do you know what, if it weren't for the Marvel movies, because we would have never got them in the 80s, I often think I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah.
But luckily we have the DCU movies and shit, so I think, if I was born in the 80s I wouldn't be watching Civil War. So
that's
anyway,
true. That's true.
Let's go back to battling, Tom.
Verb T.
Let's talk to Flex about Verb T. Flex.
Verb T. Now, Flex, like I was saying to you before we went on air, like we're doing three battles each, and you've got a lot of battles from that later era, and Verb T is just one that I remember liking. But you seem to have been, whereas Psychosis kind of did a few battles here and there, like you seem to have battled still quite steadily into like 2012, 2013, like the hunger was still there.
Yeah, I mean, I took a long hiatus in between then. I think it was like 2010, 2011.
Yeah, from Oshea to Mr. 13, there's that's like 2 years, yeah.
I was going through a bit of a fucked up phase, to be honest. So I wasn't doing much, and I can't even remember really what happened in that year and a half when I wasn't battling. But yeah, I got back into it. I think it was 2012. I did quite a few. I came back and I did about 6 or 7 battles, I think. So yeah, I think this was during that sort of time, the Verb battle, to be honest.
EP made me sleep, so watching you rap live is like watching the Queen's speech in 3D. Wow! Beat me? That's like an amputee keeping clean sheets. Plus this year, Santa Claus isn't giving all the naughty children lumps of coal, he's giving them a copy of Verb T's recent CD.
Morning process. I can't remember much from it as well. It was one of those battles that I just sort of did and didn't watch over it too many times.
Sure. Pretty good event though. I don't know if you remember any other battles there, but like Arcade, Yunnan was pretty cool.
Yunnan and Enigma, was it? No.
Enigma Tongue Twister, I believe.
Right. Yunnan and who?
Yunnan Archaic.
Ah, right, yeah. That was a good battle. Yeah.
Oh, you know about them,
that
when he threw a keyboard at him.
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was a pretty fun battle. And Verb begins. I mean, Verb T, right? Legend. I mean, of the scene, music.
Oh yeah, like I think he has a bar in this when he says something like. Something I mentioned to him where he gave me props on a battle, and I was like, "That's amazing!" Like to hear it from Verb T, and that's genuine. Like,
Verb's the guy, man.
I've been listening to a lot of the low life stuff, way back, pre Don't Flop. So yeah, it was a bit of a surreal situation to battle Verb T.
Yeah, he's the dude, man. He's a good guy,
and he's a really good.
Yeah, he seems like a really chill dude. I want to get him on the show, and your rap name sounds like a bowling injury, which is pretty funny. I mean, a fair bit of filler from Verb here. I've seen him be a little better, but he has a fun delivery to listen to. He clearly has a delivery that's kind of like raised on the stage. Calls you a Don't Flop artifact. All you are is the answer to a random Don't Flop trivia question, and that would be which dickhead punch definition. So
That's a bar. Do you know what I mean?
I was thinking actually, it'd be good if Don't Flop did like a Don't Flop quiz of the year. That Channel 4 show. That would be pretty good, actually.
I think there was one on Reddit recently. Not recently. I'm talking like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Somebody was putting all these like Don't Flop trivia things up, and that would be good actually. Do you know if you got the top 3 Don't Flop fans and you stuck them in this sort of do you know like the Don't Flop show sort of setup?
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
That would be.
Sorry?
Finish this bar.
I said that would be good, yeah.
I think that could be fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah, there'd be like a Who Said That bar round and shit like that.
Yeah, like you could have different rounds, like I say, you could have a finish the line. Do you know, like sort of like Never Mind the Buzzcocks did. When you start the line and they've got to finish it, you can do something like that.
Yeah.
Get on it. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I might.
I'll share that. I'll retweet.
Don't Flop host. I'll host it. I'll happily host it. That could be quite fun actually. Maybe do a round as well where you're like, who was definitions tryout, or who was this tryouts?
It's just like general knowledge. Fastest finger first sort of round.
But watch this space. Maybe someone will cover that. So yeah, I mean, you start out sort of going on his weight. He goes from skin and bones to beer belly. Weight fluctuates more than his career does.
Yeah. He was really thin one battle, and then I think the next battle he put on a bit of weight. So I thought, that I'm going in on that. So.
No, I mean, it was certainly an original angle and one that made sense. Like, I think if you watch the Kruger battle and this one, there is a kind of a difference. Talk of his huge collabs with people like Jest, which is incredible. Katie Price, Southern Bitch, only famous for his features.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits heavy. Like, it seems like you just have it down, like the punch down, like the crowd react with you heavy. Verb T has a pacemaker, can't rely on his own beats. Now, he says the Jolly J thing. Were you aware of that? I mean, I guess you weren't, but...
I wasn't. I think Jolly J actually messaged me, like... No, what happened was after he does a flip, if I'm not mistaken, and he says, Jolly J said that, is that right?
Yeah, that is right, yeah.
So I think I messaged Jolly J afterwards and said, "Did you have this bar?" And he was like, "Yeah." But it wasn't too similar, but it was the same basis. It was the same punchline, but it was structured. But I genuinely didn't know. Like,
no, of course. And Verb telling the true story about the whole Facebook thing. You saying it means more than 100 likes, which I mean, like, it's quite funny. And you kind of laugh as he says.
I find it funny. Yeah.
Of course it's true. I mean, the guy's got some. I mean, did an album with Harry Love producing, which is amazing. Like, Jesus Christ. And then chokes, which is unfortunate.
So is this the round he chokes was the second
round? He literally does the whole Facebook 100 likes thing, gets a big reaction, and then he just kind of vibes out, and then Bagnall just calls time.
Yeah. It was a bit of a shame.
Little bit of a shame.
It's hard to see it because I don't mind if it's a dickhead choking, but because
it's horrible when it's someone you like.
He's a cool guy. To see someone like that choke, it wasn't too pleasant. But I think Bagnall definitely did the right thing. I think that there was some comments on the YouTube saying that he shouldn't have cut his time off or something. Like Bagnall shouldn't have done it, but. To be honest, when you are there and you're watching a battle and somebody does choke, like you don't want to sit through it. So I definitely
you don't know where to look. But we were also saying recently when we were just talking about this stuff, like when people choke. I mean, I don't know how often it happens anymore, but like when they just got to a point where every now and again, whoever it was, I mean, like Disaster choked before. If Disaster can choke, anyone can choke, and it's fine. Do you know what I mean? The people choke. I never choked, and you didn't ever choke, did you? But it did happen, and do you know what I mean? And if it's someone that you like, you do feel bad. But it was no big deal. People used to choke left, right, and centre. So one of them. Hopefully, he didn't take it. He didn't worry about it.
No, I think Verb T, I maybe choked a few times, but he's just been in some great battles, and I hope he comes back to Don't Flop. He hasn't been on Don't Flop for a long time.
I enjoy watching him battle, definitely.
But he smashes the music thing, doesn't he, with the 4 hours?
He's making movements, so I don't blame him.
He's doing his thing,
having his full concentration on that. So
you've got to, man. It's like me with my filming. You can't spread yourself too wide when you wanted to take something really serious.
No, totally. And Flex, in your second, you focus most on his music, and then sort of talking about different leagues. Don't need the help of an Indian to put tea in a bag.
I don't like that.
No, I mean it's fairly short round as well, but it works.
It was a filler, but it was a filler bar. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a bar, but it was just one of them things you just sort of pencil in, just to sort of fill up space. Because I think I was battling at 3 people. I had 3 people on the battle at the time, so there was a few fillers here and there. So.
Well, you got to, man. Yeah, and you mentioned that his fate. This is in the 3rd, which I think is probably your best round, actually. Mentioning split profits, which is interesting considering the Pedro situation.
Yeah. What's the Pedro situation?
One of them got on stage and punched Pedro in the face.
Was that split profits that punched him?
Yeah, I think that's what his crew's called. Yeah,
they're from like the southwest or some shit.
Where they're from? I remember hearing the name before, but I heard them. I definitely heard it one of them.
I think what it was, there was some altercation at Boom Bap Festival, which was like a few months before, between some Don't Flop sort of affiliates and them guys. So I think it was in relation to that.
I think it's Pedro's all right, but he's always talking about punching this and that, and he's twatted a few people in battle. So now and again, you're going to get slapped. You're sending it. I
didn't know that though. So Pedro got punched by one of those guys.
One of Split Profits jumped on stage and boom.
I saw the punch. I just didn't know it was.
But do you know what I mean? If you go around writing on your Instagram about you fucking putting a picture of your fist up and say this knocks people out KO, and then you twat a couple of people in battles and rip the shirt up, and at some point you're going to get someone that wants to fucking slap you. That's what
So I think a lot of that round was sort of calling out a lot of the UK sort of hip hop sort of that same sort of.
But I said Pedro's all right, and I don't think he took out. I don't think he's really asked that he got a slap. Do you know what I mean? He's probably had slaps lots of times, just not on camera. So
it's a pretty vicious punch though, isn't it? It's like a double hit.
Boom, boom. Yeah, they're the best ones, man.
Yeah, it's it's got captured well. DFAFD stands for Don't Fight Against Flex Digits.
Yeah,
man.
Pretty dope. Like delivered heavy.
I was going to get shirts made and everything. Like that.
No, I think you should have done. And we should say as well, just weirdly, Verb's Lord of the Rings Prison Planet angle was a bit weird, right?
What was it? Can you remind me?
It.
No, it was just kind of him, just kind of saying how you were kind of into adventuring or whatever, and he just kind of sort of did recast Lord of the Rings as you and Psychosis, etc.
Oh, if only. I don't know.
That's a dream come true, to be honest. So that's not offensive to me.
You guys are big Rings fans.
You know what, Tom? I'm going to listen to that battle after. I can't remember that.
Well, did you ask me, big Lord of the Rings?
Sorry,
fan?
I just
Yeah, I'm Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you are more than I am.
I am more than
my mum's right into that, so I was raised getting that read to me and stuff. So I didn't think it was very cool when it come out, but my mum right into that, so I do it for my mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do it anyway, but I'm saying my mum would be more excited than me.
I love Lord of the Rings. I think
the
way they're that's probably if you watch the movies, if you read the books and then watch the movies, there isn't anything.
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars guy.
I prefer Star Wars, but still.
And I mean, they're both incredible. I think I like Lord of the Rings more actually, but they're both.
I don't know. I think
I like guns, bruv.
Right.
There's
no bullets in Middle Earth, man.
I do like my magic and dragons, though. That's
you're a big fan of sorcery and fantasy elements. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's enough of that. And Flex, you end up taking this, beating Verb T, pretty big scalp.
Yeah, definitely.
And what led? Because we're going to kind of jump onto the final Psychosis battle now. I mean, what led to you kind of taking a step away from battling? Was it just the travelling? You just wanted to do something else?
It was the travel. I mean, I had been, what was this, 2012? So I've been battling for 5 years and making music. I mean, I just think it's important that, you do need to change it up occasionally, and you do need to find that other stimulation in life. And it was just a case of doing that. I travelled a little bit previously, but then I was sort of ready to take that next level and, you know, really just be a traveller.
Also,
and that's what I did for 4 years.
Thing we didn't want to be rappers, did we? We didn't want to be battle rappers and
I just want to do cool things, basically. And it was like that was just another thing what I wanted to do, like rap.
Because we were such big fans of it growing up. There were a time when battle rap meant more to me and Flex than anything. And if we'd have been out and someone had this don't flop, how many times have fucking hit people out when they said don't flop with fucking shit, or tried to just think they can come up and just battle you in your face because they see you on don't flop, and that we that was proper in our blood at the time. But it gets to a point where like we grew up watching and we were like, oh fucking hell, to be at Respect BA's level would be unbelievable. And then when you get to that level where everyone knows who you are and you can pretty much battle anyone you want, like why oversaturate it? Like you get to that point and it's nice to leave it on a high, innit? Do you know what I mean? I think that's what you did with you got to a point where like what could you do to take it further? Just keep battling people and hope you did as good as the last battle. Nah, man. You know what I mean? If you've hit your peak and you only wanted to do it because you were a fan of it, you didn't want it to be a career or nothing. I think you did right, bro.
No, totally. And you end up, you know, with him. It's 2013.
Last battle.
Yeah. Is there going to be any circumstances? I mean, even in the far future, say when you cease traveling, where you can see yourself being back on Don't Flop?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, eventually, I would like to do another one. I do miss doing it, but I just think it's got to be the right. Like me and Impact was booked in, but due to some stuff I'm not going to go into, it didn't happen. So that was actually booked in for like September last year when I was briefly back for 7 months. I went to South America after, so
nice.
And then I've come back since, obviously. So we'll see. I mean, never say never. I think I said that at the end of the in battle. It's like that was sort of what I saw as my, final battle. But I still did say never say never. You know, as cliche as it is, it's you can never just finally.
That's it, innit? Like I'm not saying I'm never ever going to battle again, just as I can't see myself anytime in the near future. Like I
do enjoy, like I said, I still enjoy writing bars. I write a lot now. Like I'm publishing. I'm writing 2 novels. Sorry, so I am very very into writing, and I always had an interest in playing with words and stuff like that and rapping.
And we freestyle all the time anyway, don't we? We're always.
And I still write bars. Like
anytime we think of a word, then we'll just start firing off multis for half an hour. Yeah, we do it all the time, man. We fire off multis all the time, like for most random words. And there's not a battler that in world that don't do that. Do you know what I mean? They'll all, whether they've not done it for 5 years, if you and your mate are together and you both battled or did battle or do battle, like you think of a word that's like magazine, plasma screen, Vaseline, and all, then you'll just go back and forth just as a laugh and then start writing fucking bars. But it'll never leave you. It'll always be there. It'll always be a big part of our life and something we're very proud of.
I was doing it over the day. The Enemy Kids, identical twin
energy drink
commemorative disc.
Yeah,
I just dropped in multis just for the fucking fuck of it the other day, like.
And I mean, yeah, like you say, exactly. I think you put it best. You've left a great kind of archive legacy. Like you go back and watch these battles, they stand up from the Pseudonym battle onward. Awesome stuff, great bars, and writing delivery to get involved in. Just vintage that era. Don't flop, like high quality.
Well, lucky we were a part of that era that were so influential.
I do think it was we did span that sort of golden era, which was.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think that. People might
even the old school era, it was like. I think Mickey Werfler said the way Don't Flop is, it's like, or battle rap is, it's like you had that golden era, which was like the wrestling golden era, like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, and then it was like the Attitude era.
Our Ultimate Warrior.
All right, you can be him. When we span that whole, from the golden era to the Attitude era sort of thing, and then it's sort of gone into this bit of a grey area now.
It always changes. You see, the thing
constantly evolves, and it needs to constantly evolve.
We think our generation was the best generation. Then there's going to be battlers that are doing it now that in 3 years' time, 4 years, 5 years, when they've stopped doing it, they'll think their generation were the best. And that's what it's like with wrestling, isn't it? Everyone has the era that they like. But ours was the first era of written battle rap, so we were part of a time when it was all changing.
It was new, it was brand new.
So we were looking at what we were part of that.
I do think it does need to evolve soon.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I'm not offering a solution. I'm just pointing out the obvious, and it does need to go through some sort of evolution.
But that aside, we can always look back at our battles and videos we did in Don't Flop, and as much as we'll cringe at set bits, like these bits, like when our battle appeal on my hair is gay as fuck and it's proper gel to fuck and that. We'll cringe when we look back at set bits, at set bars, but something we'll always be very fucking proud of.
Yeah, your hair's still gay as fuck.
Sure.
He's going bald, so that's the only reason he says it, because he can't grow it nice.
I could grow this.
Anyway, he's asking me about Madness.
Yeah, finally Madness, which I want to touch on briefly. 4th birthday. Was that best Don't Flop event ever in your eyes, or?
Oh, definitely one of. Definitely one of. That were a time when Don't Flop were a whole weekend, and there were like 10 Americans. 10
yeah, it was amazing.
And we were buzzing because a lot of them Americans, like...
Even like the undercard was so...
He's asking me, bro. Let me answer.
Carlos and Dylan and...
Oh, yeah. Like, we'd never met the Saurus, I don't think. So, like, to meet at that... So, when you know, like, oh, shit, I'm going to get to meet the Saurus. And then you see, like, fucking Sway come. I'm a big fan of Sway, and he were there. And, like... And then just them London events, we'd go to him. And, like, first time I met Genesis Elijah, I was a big fan of him. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell. And then he judged my battle and shit like that. It was a time when a lot... Like, I'd never see, like, no big UK hip-hop heads like at Don't Flop events judging and shit. People like Getz used to come, like that event Getz come. I tweeted, I saw Getz write on his Twitter that Arsenal's a problem, and I just messaged him and I said, you a fan of battle rap? And he's like, yeah man. I says, yo, Arsenal's battling next week, get your sent down. And he's like, I'm there. And he came, do you know what I mean? Him and Villain come. Rival, sorry, Ghetto and Rival. So these were times when like a lot of fucking big heads were turning up to events and stuff. They were wicked. That was the golden era, even for just people that used to turn up that weren't battling.
Yeah, and just, I mean, the card is incredible as well.
Yeah.
It's just, and like, there's so many good battles on this card. I've mentioned this every time we have someone on the show who's been on that card. I just kind of, go crazy about it. Tony Oshea, 100 Bullets, Famalam, like you said, Carlos Villain, even like Chris Lees of Zen versus Soul and Death was quite funny.
Sick, man. And do you know what I mean? Like, that was probably a bit ignored at the time because of how big the other battles were with all the Americans and stuff. But sick battles, man. Definition, Mark Griss, that were on that event, weren't it?
Yeah. And just, I mean, stacked as hell. DNA Sensa as well. Just
saying.
DNA Sensa was on that as well. It's just kind of ridiculous ones. But yeah, and you and Madness, and this is kind of underviewed. This is a really fun battle. Do you think that, I don't know, why is this underviewed? Like, is it because it's movie themed, or?
I don't know, but I hate my performance in that battle. It was it was a weird one. I'd never battled anyone really. Like, I battled Tantrum, and as much as I fucking love Tantrum, and he was a big influence on me, like starting that battle rap and stuff, I know that he goes aggressive and hard. So when I was battling him, I was getting in beast mode, you know what I mean? But when I battled Madness, there were no beast mode. Me and Madness had talked for fucking years before, just on Facebook and shit, about toys and shit, because he's like me, he's into his retro stuff. Right. So we talked back and forth for ages anyway. And then when he asked us to battle and do this thing, it was like, yeah man.
You said you wanted to quit battling to be an actor, auditioned for several jobs and never got to play an extra in none. So I come to action production, fuck your scripts and your dolly tracks. The Tony Madness show ain't making it past episode 1. You were gonna fuck off this whole movement for revenge that bombed and betray everybody like Mr. Orange in Reservoir Dogs.
So it was just going to be a normal battle judged, and then Madness suggested, let's just do it promo. And I was like, bro, if you're the guest, we'll do it promo. So for like my first round and a half, you'll see that I'm really fucking aggressively hitting him with stuff. And then for the rest of the battle, I'm just kind of rapping, and just, it felt weird because I was always used to going in to fucking end someone's life in a battle, but with that it weren't, because I liked him so much. We were just good friends, and it just felt like I'd got up on stage, spat some poetry, and then stepped off the stage, and that was it. But what was about it at the time, I was back on my movie thing, so I just kind of think that subliminally I just spat my stuff really, really quick and didn't really like give anyone a chance to like take in the punchlines and stuff for like the last round and a half. I don't know. I wrote how I wanted to rap that. It would have sounded a lot better if I'd have slowed it down a bit. So when I was going to battle Arsenal, like, I made sure that I weren't going to come too stupid fast and stuff. But he's got one of my favourite flips ever in that battle. Mm-hmm. He says a bar to me about Weekend at Bernie's, and then I flip it on him, and like, only person that got it was Saurus, and Saurus came up to me after, and he's like, oh man, that Weekend at Bernie's flip, bro, and he was buzzing off it. Like, no one got it, but it was a very clever flip when he mentions Weekend at Bernie's to me, and I flip it on him and I say, you're an old dead bastard that your friends have to carry around. And if you've seen a Weekend at Bernie's, it's about a guy that dies, but they make him look like he's still alive. These two guys tie in between them and like walk around with him like he's alive. So that it was just a funny little flip. But it's one of my favourite flips I ever said, and nobody got it but the Saurus. But the Saurus is the fucking one of the most decorated battlers of all time. Yeah. Big fan of the Saurus. So just for him to say that, we're a big thing, man.
No, totally. And I mean, so you don't look fond of this battle, but I mean, writing for it must have been fun. Movie theme, that must have been
it was the easiest battle I'd ever wrote for, because I didn't have to get into that psychological mind frame where I'm battling someone like Sensa. Like, you just writing fun shit. I'm surrounded by films in my house. I've got like 2,000 DVDs on my shelf. I can just look at them and make a fucking rap out of them. It was easy. So there's some lines in it I really do like, and what I aim to do was rather than just start name dropping films straight away, I'd talk about going to the cinema and Madness wouldn't fit through the cinema door, and then he'd be avoiding salad bars like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was real, and I was just trying to do a different angle on it rather than just be like, you look like the guy from this film and that rhymes with this film, which happens to rhyme with this film. I wanted to just go in with something that were a bit different, and I feel I did that. I just feel like I spat it all too quick, and after said to me, he's like, yeah, you did spit that a lot quicker than your normal stuff. But just the mind frame I was in, it was unjudged, so I weren't going in to kill anyone. I was on my movie shit, so I just had that on my mind, like battling. I just needed to get this out because I said that I'd do it. Like I needed to get this done. Do you know what I mean? Just get this battle done so I could crack on with my filming. So yeah, but I said me and Madness are cool as fuck, and we had a laugh before, we had a laugh after, and I'm in touch with Madness all the time. I'm going to stay with Madness and Critical in Florida soon. So
nice.
I mean, I'm in touch with them guys. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool, man. No, this is a really, really good battle. I mean, I think you probably do win it. I think your reference game is obviously a little sharper than his, even though he's really good in this. That's not taking anything away from him. But hugely enjoyable battle. And I mean, is that so? With Arsenal done and with the movie filming and stuff, are you happy to leave this as your kind of resting legacy for now?
But nah. I always said when the film was out, I was going to come back and do a battle, and then I expected the film to be out earlier, but just post-production, man, it's scoring it all, coloring it, doing all the sound and stuff. It takes a long time. There's a lot of CG in there and stuff, so it's a long process. So I said to her, I goes, fuck it, I'll do a battle. Do you know what I mean? Who have you got? And he just gave me some American names, and Arsenal were on it, and I goes, yo, me and Arsenal, that's it, let's do it. And I'd say it is a fucking shame that it never happened, that it probably never will happen, because I wrote some real good stuff for him, and I spat it to people after, and they were just like, fucking hell, man, if he'd have spat that at him, it would have been unbelievable. So I was very happy with where I was at, and I felt like I was coming back at a good time, and that it were, because I got my TV show, the first episode was airing that night, like, so I thought, this is good promotion. I battle him, and then my TV show airs that night. It's all good promotion and stuff. But yeah, no, unfortunately it never happened, and whatever reason it didn't happen, it was completely out of my control. I turned up at the event out there just to let people know, because these events, you see, a lot of people come and they travel a long time just to see you. Like I'd come to battles, like when I came to Battle Sensa, I think, like someone come up to me and they're like, maybe Madness people come like, I've travelled all the way from Australia to see you, and I'm like, fucking hell, they're just for me. It's like, you're my favourite, I've come from Australia to watch you battle, and I'm like, fucking hell, I hope I perform good, because like when I battled Sensa, everyone would come up to me going, yo, Theo, you're gonna smash it, you've got this, bruv, you've got it. And I really weren't that confident with my bars when I battled Sensa. I thought, I'm just gonna have to shout and rate loud and aggressive and make them sound better than they are. So yeah, like I know I've got a lot of fans that are into my battle rap stuff, and that was obviously that was an obvious thing when it was very apparent when he put the picture up of me in Japan when I'm in Tokyo, and he put a picture up saying Psychosis returns to battle rap, and he got lots of retweets, lots of interest, lots of likes and stuff. So it was like, do you know what I mean? The fans are still there, but the thing is, I've got a movie coming out, bro, and if you think my battles are good, then like that's something that I didn't put nowhere near as much effort in as I did this movie. So just wait for that, bro. There's still entertainment coming from Psychosis. It just won't be in battle.
No, man, that sounds awesome. So we'll just wrap up as we always do with a few quick fire questions for you both. The first one being
for a fag. Flex, you've got questions, bro. Don't bring that fag in my house. Put it out. There's not many rules in my house, but you can't smoke. Yeah, right. He's got questions for us both. Fire away, Tom.
Right. First one is, and feel free to answer your own leisure. Your favourite don't flop battle?
Pseudonym versus Monster Under the Bed versus Sal.
One of my favourites ever is you versus Ruby Kid, and you hate it, but and it's probably quite personal because I just knew them both right well. Yeah. Like that's one of my favourite ones. So go back and watch them. That were Monster and Pseudonym. Is that what you just said? Yeah. And Flex Digits and Ruby Kid. They're two of my favourites.
All right, awesome. Do you guys have a favourite King of the Dot battle?
Pat Stay Holohan comes to mind, but I do like Bender 24/7 as well. I watched that over quite a few.
My favourite one ever is Holohan and Pat Stay. That was a sick battle again because they knew each other so much, and that was when that was when like King of the Dot were like, wow, these guys are fucking sick. We're gonna have to step our level up in the UK.
Yeah, that is a classic battle in so many reasons. URL, do you guys have URL battles favourites?
I love watching What would you say?
I like the one with Soul Khan when he goes, "You take your girl to the movies, she can."
Deacon Frost. Yeah.
I take your girl to the movies, she can barely keep her clothes on. You take your girl to the movies, she's like, I already seen this with Soul Khan. That was a sick one. But that's not even like a standard URL kind of battle. That's a whole kind of battle rap that never really interested me. That whole like 40-minute rounds as gun bars and shit. I know he does his thing, he fucking smashes it. But just me personally,
I love watching Enes and DNA. I just think it's just.
Which was the one with?
Yeah, it's absurd, isn't it?
Enes is the biggest prick in the world in that battle, but it just makes it so. He just cracks me up.
Head Ice and Tech 9, is that URL?
Yeah, they battle on URL.
Yeah. Your album, we play. That Head Tech 9 and Head Ice, that was a good one, but that's going way back.
Yeah. No, and final two questions. Psychosis, I don't know if you're going to answer what you answered during Digs, but what are your favourite films? Is it still Bronx Warrior for you?
Bronx Warriors is one of my favourite films of all time. I have to chuck that shit into categories, man, like my favourite action movie.
Sure you must. Okay, divide it up for us, man, yeah.
Yeah, so my favourite action films of all time, we're talking like Rambo, RoboCop, like all day. And then like of modern stuff like Expendables 2. I love all the franchise of Expendables, but it's sick. And then obviously Terminator 1, Commando, all that classic shit. And then there's really obscure ones that like no one's heard of, the Italian stuff. So then you're talking like, I love my Zombie Flesh Eaters and my Bronx Warriors and Zombie Holocaust and all them kind of Italian fucking. Then there's all the Giallo stuff, Tenebrae and Caligula and all that kind of stuff. And then you're moving into like your monster films. I love Godzilla and I love King Kong and that kind of stuff. I love film so much, man. I could talk about that on another podcast, but again, maybe another time.
And
so go on all day, bro. I will rant shit.
No, I love it. I love the passion, man. I love it. It's excellent. And Flex, do you have a favourite movie, man?
Shit.
I
mean, there's a couple that come to mind.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I love Scorsese. Like you can put any Scorsese movie on for me, and I'm usually content.
Well, mad into our Japanese films like Battle Royale,
Battle Royale,
and shit.
Really into Takeshi Miike
and that.
Just love those films as well, like Audition and Itchy. I like Korean films.
Crow Zero.
Crow Zero, yeah. Watch if you've not seen Crow Zero
1 and 2.
Crow Zero 2.
Fuck my life, they're so sick.
Japanese movies and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. And final question: your favourite musical artist, singer, or band that is in no way hip hop related?
Oh, that's a good one.
I quite like. I'm quite into punk. I'm gonna say the first 3 albums only by the Misfits. But anything after them first 3 albums can fuck off. But them first 3 albums by the Misfits.
Okay.
Misfits in that era in the 80s are probably my favourite band.
I'm gonna say a composer.
Right.
And it's probably going to be Jerry Williams.
Okay.
I think that, and he did the soundtrack for Rambo and stuff, and then he did lots of other things. He did like Small Soldiers and shit. But yeah, Jerry.
Really?
And I mean, we could talk again about composers for a long time. But yeah, that's not hip hop related. As much as it gets sampled into hip hop, I listen to more movie soundtracks than any hip hop or grind.
Right,
literally, I'm an artist, so I'm a graphic artist, so I listen to soundtracks all day, every day while I'm drawing.
You need a podcast, man. I think.
Yeah, well, that's something that we plan to set up, obviously, because I do the TV show. I've got season 2 of that coming out, and there's some big names in season 2. I interview like Doug Bradley from Hellraiser. I interview Linnea Quigley, Emily Booth, Greg Staples, David Norton from American Werewolf in London. So I've got lots of fucking cool interviews coming out myself, man. And a podcast, something that I would like to do, like even if it were just like once every month or something, and just get people in. It's you can help me. You can help me set some of this shit up, man, because I've got contacts all over the world, you know, like that I can't actually get to physically interview, but over Skype and stuff would be cool. So you'll have to show me the software you use, man.
No, happy to, man. And so yeah, just to wrap up, how do people get at you? How do they watch your stuff online? Like,
Flex don't even have a phone half the time.
I mean,
Flex, you're on Twitter, aren't you?
I'm not really on too much. So I do have social media accounts, but I don't use them too much. I don't keep myself.
Your Instagram's probably your best.
Yeah, I mean Instagram, to be honest, because a lot of my travel related stuff's there. So that's at Flex Digits, and that's the same for Twitter as well as at Flex Digits. And if you type in Flex Digits on the Facebook search, I usually come up on there as well.
Yes,
so you can add me through there. But yeah. So Instagram, I'm probably the most active on. because I don't really like people's opinions or sharing my own opinions a lot of the time. So I just like the concept and the platform of just having a picture when I don't have to.
Yeah, I like Instagram.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, Theo_Kane_Garvey, I believe. But the best place to keep up to date with all the film related stuff is, I say, slimehousetv.com, facebook.com/slimehousetv. That's where you can get me on. So get me on either of them two or Instagram. Yeah, that's Theo_Kane, CANE_Garvey. And I'm on Twitter as well, but no one really uses that anymore.
Yeah, I'd be on Instagram.
Instagram's your best, because some of the pictures he puts up are fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, you see pictures of me with Komodo dragons and fucking
shit, Pseudonym
and all sorts of shit.
In Indonesia.
Yeah, and see, Pseudonym was the Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and yeah, I urge everyone to go back and watch all these battles, especially if you want to get a taster. I'd say maybe Flex Oshea and PSYCHOSIS Sensa are probably my favourite of each of yours. But
thank you, bro. It means a lot that the kind words mean a lot, man. That you've actually took the time to go back and check out our
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of you both. Like, you know, it was honestly a pleasure. But yeah, check out all these guys' stuff. Check out Slimehouse TV. Check out check out Flex's Instagram. I've just added you, but it's private, so I'm excited for you to accept me and to see what's on there, man. Because I'm sure
private. Somebody said I'll accept that now for you.
Your followers will go up if it's private.
I know. Yes. Sorry, man.
No one sees
I don't
your
know why
hashtags.
you changed that. So
no, it's all right. It's all right.
Hashtag
Don't worry.
fuck that shit. Right, Tom. It's been a pleasure, bro, and hopefully we'll speak another time about some other shit.
Yes. No. I'd love to have you guys back on. And Flex, safe travels wherever you head, bro. And hope to see you both on Don't Flop soon. But cheers, guys. It's been great.
Bang!
Throw fists with the force in the sprint of a cheetah. So quick it causes epileptics to seizure. Heart stay cold through the shifts of the seasons. All competitions getting ripped into pieces. So come read the lips of a demon and get stomped flat by this malicious allegiance. Got this bitch that I sleep with ringing me, and I'm like I got business to deal with.
You can hide.
But my eyes were designed to survive through the night. Used to get a buzz off a leg of the fuzz. The adrenaline rush was even better than drugs. Up north, home to pub brawls. Fuck your gun talk here, blood's poured over football. Twist the rapper spinning into madness. Window smashing, prison planet written on the brick I'm dashing.
You can run, you can hide, but you won't make it out here alive. You carry with the mic, you complete for your life, but you won't make it out in one piece if you try. You can run, you can hide, but you won't make it out here alive. You carry with the mic, you complete for your life, but you won't make it out in one piece if you try.
We right as 7 sins, and this is Sheffield, so I don't need no wristband to tell me that I'm getting in. North Band scene's my heritage, still dead in them, still getting bit like Genesis, still stepping it up, still levels above. It's not that difficult to say something good. Still hit the competition with a hell of a punch. Leaving head split second that the record is spun. First blood in a grudge match, and if I look back, I probably rob the fucking dust caps off your mum's van. Cans of paint in my rucksack, facing a dust mask. Spotters both lanes of the footpath. Me and Barlow, we took chance of this chopper came. We just stashed the spray and look cash. Like dumb as if we've been stood there all day, just watching all the fucking trains come past. But fuck that, you're obviously a nature anomaly. Is copied in what's popular and trend, put a sock in it. Cause if you're wanting to progress, then controversy offences as operative as them. Wanna see animals rip off each other's heads. Not a happy little novice stand-up comedy event. It's a blood sport, and this is gung-ho. Dumbing popcorn to a snuff porn that I just bought. Hit the road like the gumball, pulling out a fucking cutthroat in a pub brawl. Who's the best? Who cares? Fuck knows. All you fake cunts born